This is another episode of Build With Me. Hello, I'm your host, Doc Williams. And tonight, this is our weekly update where I'm just working on projects, talking about automation, all of those things. You're going to be seeing all of that in this episode, my workflow, what I'm going to be doing, and all of that stuff. So come with me. All right, everyone. As always, this is the Sunday edition where I'm just working on projects, all that stuff. And again, right now we're going to be looking at no code and automation and all that kind of good stuff. If you have any questions, make sure that you put it in the chat. Whatever you're watching on, Periscope, YouTube, Facebook, in the chat section, I'll answer all of your questions and we go from that. So tonight, what are we going to be talking about? We're going to be building some stuff. We're going to be looking at how we're adding automation. You're also going to be seeing how I'm building out new videos and how I approach that as well. So it's a little bit about everything tonight. So if you have any questions, let me know. Again, in the chat is open. Let me know where you're watching this from, what time of day it is, where you're at, and all that kind of good stuff. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to start doing some reviews with certain no-code tools and talk about what I'm working on for clients and everything. And I thought this was a good section, kind of just me running through the ones that I like and why I would be building certain projects with these things, right? So let's get right into it. So let me know what you're trying to build as well. And we're going to go through this. So let me put this in the first section right here. Okay, so first we're going to be starting with Doric. Now, the reason I like this, I'm really enjoying this platform because this allows you to create sites very quickly, and I like the response time. I just tried this out with the Build With Me show, and I've had really good results. It's really super, super clean, very fast moving. And I like how professional the site is, and I almost call it like Elementor for dummies. And I mean that it's the simple way to do it, right? And I really like the flow of it. Right now they have one page, but they're going to be adding multi-page coming up. Really simple right here. It allows me to embed different forms from different sites. This is my ConvertKit sign up, and it's good to go. You saw how fast how fast it was to load. Something similar might be Softer. And from there, this is going to be doing more than just websites. They've actually just announced that they're going to be doing things with creating web apps too. So different case studies, right? So I would use Doric if I'm trying to build a site very quickly and very cheaply. If I want to build out and do a little bit more expansion, I would go with Softer. But again, go back to the intention of what you want to do and then pick which one would work best for your needs. Now, a couple questions people were saying. I know we've been working all week. Do you take a break? Erica, thank you so much. Sunday is my heavy lifting day. I pretty much plan out my entire week on Sundays. That's why I stream a lot of times on Sunday. And then I pretty much take the rest. I coast the rest of the week. In fact, if you want, I'm actually going to be showing in an upcoming video, maybe I'll test it out tonight, how I structure my entire day where it's only sprints of 30 minutes. So I usually work only 90 minutes a day, like admin if I have to. A lot of times I would be doing this if it was free anyway. I've been doing this for years, so I can show that as well. Dustin's talking about what site. I'm going to drop it in the chat. Doric.com. That's one of them. Really easy. I mean, yes, it says it's no code. I just call it a drag and dropper. And the other one is Softer, a lot of people use. Yep, exactly right. Yeah, softer.io. Let me know, Erica, were you talking about the 90 minutes, how I only had to do work for 90 minutes if I want to? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Yeah, Softer is the other one. And the reason I'm comparing is a lot of people were asking me, what's the difference? What's the best tool to use? We use this expression a lot with Brand Factory, but make sure that you're picking something that aligns with your needs and everything. The Cork brothers saying, what's up? What's going on, guys? Good to see you. Awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, 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 yes. Awesome. People just flooding in. I didn't think a lot of people were going to watch on Sunday, but it's great to see everybody. Good to see some people. Good to see some people. Yep. Let me know if you have questions, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I would, again, Dork, and the pricing on this bad boy is pretty reasonable. You're looking at, $36 per year. Are you serious? $60 for 5 custom domains. Really affordable. And if you look at it, it has all of these integrations right here. Dustin, thanks so much for being here. And thanks for jumping in. I appreciate it. Let me know if I can help in any way. Thanks for supporting the show. No, it's not bad at all. It's really cheap. And it integrates with Zapier. It comes with Crisp, Google Analytics. It can integrate with a lot of things. I really, really like it. Really, really concise. And again, they just keep getting better and better. Later, I think they should be on the show this Wednesday. We're going to go do a deep dive of Dork. So keep that in mind. We're going to do a full hour and a half. Now, with Softer is one of the more expensive platforms in comparison. You're looking at $12 or $25 a month. I think that's on par. It might be even more expensive than Webflow. So to me, I have to understand why I'm going to be being charged that much per month. Now, with Softer, because they're going to be doing probably something with web apps or, progressive web apps, PWAs, or doing something like that, it makes sense if I was going to go the route of an app builder to be charged that much. For a website builder, I'm not paying $25 a month. There's going to be a good reason why I'm paying. Webflow, it's a totally different ball game. I can see why they're charging that, but I have totally different use cases for Webflow and who I would say to use it, all of those things. So I'm okay with their pricing. Softer, I'm not going to use it as a website builder personally. I know a lot of people that do, and that's totally fine. For what it does, I feel like it's a basic version of Elementor, the way that they have their, the different templates and boxes. To me, I would just use Elementor. I know a lot of people that hate WordPress, and yes, I'm right there with you. I used to hate WordPress for years and years until I started using Elementor and really like that. So if you're looking at a lot of these templates, I mean, pound for pound, if I'm using Envato Elements, I'm just going to use Elementor. That's $100 a year versus $25 a month. Exactly right. Dustin, you're using Elementor. Look at these templates. They're the basic ones you could get from Elementor. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's exactly right. Softer does need a lifetime deal. I'll snatch that up quick. I agree. Who is that? Danny? Danny in the chat? I don't know if I've seen you here. But thank you so much for being here. Wait, is this your first time commenting in the chat? I don't think I've ever seen you here. Hold on. Let me get this, let me get the horn going. Let me do this. Danny, thank you so much for being here. I think that's how I'm supposed to be saying it, maybe. But thank you so much. Yes, but if Softer did something with a lifetime deal, I think it would do really well. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the chat. Of course, Erica, make sure that you welcome them and the Cork brothers to be here. Oh, you know me from the Trends group. All right, good times. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So, yeah, definitely, yeah. I have my eye out, but again, they just announced for web apps. That's the only reason I'm using it. For Webflow, I find a lot of times when people are used to using Figma or using Photoshop and they're doing something more visual, they're doing a lot with animation, and they want it lightweight, I would go with Webflow personally. I just everything. So my wife does everything with graphic design. Like instantly she picked up Webflow. She understood the layers, animation. And so I find with that background, it can just go a good ways. It can make it very manageable to run a website. And with Webflow, they're constantly adding new integrations. You can really have a dashboard connected in the background. Excuse me, a dashboard. You can really have a database. So you can have different like if you're using a serverless server such as Google Sheets or Airtable, you can attach it to it, and you can really display the data in a lot in a very concise way without using embeds from Google Sheets. It can just look beautiful. And again, if I'm looking at it, pretty manageable for price wise. I would go with that. Starting at $12, business at $36. And if you're worried about it, if you're going to be a freelancer or working with a company, I would just bake that into your monthly retainer or whatever. Have the client pay for it, and you're obviously paying for management of the site. Just have that rolled in and have them sign up with your packages, everything like that. So Webflow, I like it. And if anyone needs to see like the craziness that you can do. Oh, also too, have you seen how Webflow allows you to have that whole gallery where you can clone the sites? If you want to see someone that has done it, and he's probably one of the best in the game, if not the best on Webflow, Sako on Twitter, he cloned Civilization, the game, and did it in Webflow. Let me see about this. Webflow, Civilization. Yeah. If you want to see the power of Webflow and what you can be doing, he's just insane. What is that? 12? Yeah. 1,200, more than 1,200 elements he did with this. Let me see if I can bring this up real quick. And he's just insane. I'm glad that he's getting some recognition with this. Let's see, open up this live site. Insane. Oh, he has a masterclass on this too. So the project stands at 124 gigs. Daggone. Oh, let me see about this. Thank you, Dustin. Thank you for helping out the chat. I was just about to do that. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you ever need to check out just inspiration or anything like that, go with Sako. Also, too, you'll see Mackenzie. He's awesome, too. If you want to see the power of it, go ahead. He's done Civilization, and then he redid the PS4 opening. Let me see if I can pull this up. Civilization. I got tabs like a mug, so if this is a little bit choppy, go to the link that... Dustin, did you? I think you can post things, right? If anyone wants to see it, you can put it in the chat. Look at that. The scrolling. Oh, my goodness. Looks just like a game. The animation is right there. You can do single player. Oh, my goodness. This thing is insane. Insane. But again, look, he has the 2K account. Oh, my God. Play now. This man is insane. I don't even have time for this. But if you want to see it and the power of Webflow and just someone that has just taken it to another level. Now he's moving on to Bubble next month, I think. But just incredible. He's a great product designer. If you need to hit him up, he does sites. He does all these things. I have way too many things running, I think, right now. So trying to do Civilization and run all of these things and my recorder in the background. It's probably choppy as a mug, but I will do a video to do a breakdown how much I love Civilization if anyone cares. I'll do that next time. Okay, good times. If anyone needs that link, I think Dustin just put that in the chat. So Webflow, again, if you're doing something with Advanced, I would go with that. Good times. Okay. All right, so now that we have Doric, we have Softer. Oh, one other thing, too. You've been seeing a lot of this for Notion. You already know I've been building sites with Notion. You already know that. Well, maybe some people don't. So originally Build With Me, before we went to Doric and did all of these things, I've been a huge fan of Notion. It just helps you to just get out of your way and create sites very quickly. Now, what I noticed was you couldn't have the domain. You could always forward it, right? But now that's actually changed a lot. So right here, this is just the basics of the Build With Me site that I did with Notion. Pretty standard. I just like how clean it is. It's very simple, all of those things. But if you look at it, I can't remember who did it for Notion, but he's killing it now. Notion, was it domain, something like that? There we go. Super.so. There we go. So if you're looking, what's very fuzzy? Oh, thanks, Dustin. The stream is a bit choppy today. Interesting. Hold on. Let me see about this. I was messing with the resolution. Hold on one second. Let me look at settings. Stream. Interesting. I wonder why. I'm looking at my settings. Interesting. Let me know if that's better. Let me know if my settings are better. Just switch some things out. That might help out a little bit. Let me know if that's a little bit better. So, much better at my own screen. Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, so if I was going to be looking to create my own, domain name and linking that up, and have a custom domain and have new fonts, super.so or super.so, awesome. Love their company, love what they're doing, really cool stuff. And it just superpowers your Notion page. Because Notion's been talking about for a while that they're going to allow custom domains. Until that happens, sorry, man. Dustin, I thought you already knew, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, Super's been around a little bit, but I'm all about it. I think I'm going to switch one of my other sites to it. Really good stuff. But again, I just think it's a must-have if you love Notion and you're going to be doing everything over there. And again, you're going to be able to have live scripts, all that kind of stuff. I got you, man. I got you, Dustin. There you go. So that's something I'm really excited about. Okay. So we've got that down and that's my section of websites, of different websites I like. I'm going to switch over apps and everything like that. Scared to use something like that. It's going to get blocked by Notion. Could change fast. Danny, I do agree with you on that. The thing is, what I've seen, of course, this is all conjecture, right? A lot of the bigger players or people with Notion really hasn't cracked down on it. Let me put it this way. Danny, I definitely agree. They're going to do it sooner rather than later, especially with the new round of funding. I think it should be done within the next 6 months. I don't see why they couldn't. It's something that the community has been talking about. We'll see what goes on. Either this or I'm shocked Notion hasn't been acquired yet. Yeah, man. They're doing great things. Depends on, I don't know what they're trying to do. But I agree with you. Just send me anything you got Notion-wise. Okay, I got you, Dustin. I got you, man. I got you. I got a couple things for you then. Yeah. But, yeah, I love Notion. I love what they're doing. Really interesting things coming up. And I just love their products. So, yeah. But we'll see what they do. Raising money, we'll see if they're going to get acquired or whatever. But it seems like the team keeps saying they have a lot more they want to accomplish. Every founder says that. But it's just a matter of if the money's right? So, okay. That's good stuff. Okay. Erica, I haven't forgot about you. I'm going to do the 90-minute block and how I do that in a moment. I'm going to switch over real quick on CRMs because I've been getting a lot of questions on that. And hold on one second. I'll show you just behind the curtains of everything that I'm working with and how I do automation as well. Let me share my screen. Let me see about this. Primary, show secondary. Okay, so if you look at that real quick, on my secondary screen, I'm mapping out what I'm talking about so I can repurpose it using repurpose.io later on in Strip. So you see that whole section down here. I did my intro, but about 17 minutes I've been breaking down my choices in websites. So later on, that's where I'll be able to use repurpose.io to then repurpose the content and cut and do all of those other additional videos without me needing to start from scratch. So you see, I'm just using automation. I'm using systems all the time. Also, too, this is a side point. Where's my camera? I just finished this book. I love this book. I'll be doing a video about this. Be Our Guest. Very, very interesting book. It's how Disney was made, pretty much, or the processes, how they made Disneyland and how they did it. It's just amazing. It's everything with dealing with Walt Disney, his just mind, how he came up with the park, how he created Disney Institute. It's a crazy, phenomenal book. I really recommend it. I'm going to be doing a lot of different things with my company using that book, the philosophy, and you'll see some videos about it too. So really cool stuff. Just want to give you that preview. Probably my top 2 favorite books of the year. I mean, it's a 2011 book, but top 2 for me reading it this year. So that's a side point. Okay, let us go into CRMs, because a lot of people have been asking me if I was going to start using email and I want to create a newsletter, I would go with SendFox. Now, I'm going to tell you this right off the bat. It is not perfect for everyone, and I'm going to bring out the problems with it in a second. But I see a lot of people that just say, well, everyone's using Substack. I'm going to use Substack. I'm going to do all these things. So I want to just go through a couple things, the pros and cons of what I like about Substack, and a couple other things that I would consider deciding on the CRM and everything that you're going to be using. Okay, so let's go through a couple. Number one, I love Substack. It's made it so easy, and so many people are doing this, like Lenny's newsletter, the Grow Getters, like so many, shout out to the AppSumo team. There's so many Substacks that I really do like, and they're just doing a phenomenal job. Now, I will say this. The percentages that they take in order to have subscriptions, I don't think it really works if you have a large amount of subscribers when they're taking that percentage. I believe, and someone can correct me in the comment section, I believe it's 10% of every subscription. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the chat, but I'm pretty sure it's 10%. Either way, if it's any percentage of any of my subscriptions, I don't want to do that. I would just move it on to a different platform and not get charged percentages based on putting on my emails. And I'll talk about that in a second. The other thing is, I find a lot of people just struggle with creating a newsletter and just starting, and they just need the basics of having a landing page, and they need a few automation features. SendFox, for the most part, is perfect for a lot of creators that are getting started. Now, I will say this, it's not perfect. It's not perfect, especially for affiliate marketers. If you've got multiple products, you have advanced sequences, all of those things. Listen, guys, I get it. That's why I use ConvertKit as the backbone of everything that I have. That's my central nervous system of my whole business. It's ConvertKit. But I do use elements of Podia and SendFox, and I advocate towards Podia or SendFox if it's someone getting started and needs something very simple for them to just execute. Don't overthink it, just go. And that's why I go with SendFox, because most of the features that people are looking for Substack, you can do with SendFox. And if I'm using SendFox, I can then already bake in other things, such as if I want to do memberships or something like that, very easily through their sequences and not get charged 10% when I start scaling my business, because I don't want to pay Substack 10% of anything. I'd rather just have a really robust CRM. If I'm going to go and build out an empire, I'm going to do it with ConvertKit. Tons of companies I've worked with and friends with, they're doing 8 figures a year or more, and they're using ConvertKit. Now, if you want to use Drip and all that stuff, we can talk about it. But personally, there's tons of reasons, and I can go into it if you care. But ConvertKit is if I'm trying to expand and I'm trying to build out my operation. Let's see about this. Dustin saying, just send me anything you got. Notion? Okay, I got you. Sorry. I like that newsletter. Yeah. Now, and I've already did a series about SendFox. I did about 4 videos of the basics of what I like about it. But let me just show you just really basic of why I like SendFox and how it can really get you going on what you're trying to do. If you go to sendfox.com/doc, you'll see my landing page right there. It's very basic, right? Get my best tech stacks delivered to your inbox. get my best tech stacks delivered to your inbox, join my mailing list, blah, 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 right? You can sign up right here where it says, let me first read. Guess what? Very similar to Substack, whatever. But what I can do is on the back end, I can connect my videos, my articles from social media, do all these things. So people can watch all of my content from this smart page right here. And I can decide on the feed. And so I can, right here, you see live building no code businesses, behind the scenes of micro marketplaces, create an Amazon bestseller in 30 minutes. By the way, forgot to tell you, thank you so much for everyone that supported the book launch of the book. We got #1 in our category. And yeah, so technically now we're a national bestseller. So thank you so much for everyone supporting the launch. Anyway, right here, this is the feed. You have your newsletter, videos, articles, all this stuff. You can have all of your feed right here. I love this. It automatically pulls all the feeds once you set up your account. Takes you less than 4 minutes. Then if I'm ready to subscribe, it takes you to the main page right here. Guess what? You can run all of your entire account right here. Then it comes with smart campaigns. So once a week, it does it automates and grabs all of the content you've created that you've set up your feeds for it. So you're either if it's new blogs, YouTube videos, whatever, it will already make the smart campaign once a week and just say, do you want this to be sent to your audience? Bam, click. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Now, that being said, it does have shortcomings with the tagging system and the automations that I prefer in ConvertKit. But for the very basics of getting things started and making it easy for me not to feel like it's a chore every single week, I'm going to go with SendFox. And most of our clients that we have, we put them up with SendFox just because it gets them in the mode of taking care of their list. Now, again, when I'm doing for me personally, and when I have clients that are doing advanced automation, I'm going to use ConvertKit, hands down. ConvertKit, and I'm going to use ConvertKit over Podia. I have Podia that runs my membership, my courses, my digital downloads, all those things. It still all hooks up to my ConvertKit because, again, the sequences, all of those things right here. So any questions about that, let me know, but that's the pros and cons of why I do it. Again, if you're going with SendFox and people are like, that's not powerful enough, I'm an affiliate marketer, I'm sending 20,000, emails a day. Okay, bro, yeah, it's not going to be great for you. It clearly tells you it is not the product for you. But for the vast majority that are very, how can I say it, haphazard with their emails or testing out what kind of subscription newsletter that they want to build, such as like The Hustle or want to do something like Morning Brew, start out easy, go with SendFox. You're going to be good to go. Okay, cool. Let's see. Okay, so we knocked that out. Okay, let me put this over here. We just make sure that I marked it. Clip. End of CRM rant. Okay, cool. Done that over there. All right, let's talk about the automations and working 90 minutes if you want to. Erica, you've requested this, so let's just go right into it so you can see the schedule and how I'm doing this. Okay, so I'm going to be releasing videos later on. I've already done it with Notion. I've already done it with repurpose.io, how I only spend less than 15 minutes a week on all the content being produced, and that's by using repurpose.io. If you are not familiar with that, I'm dropping it in the chat right now. But it's basically Zapier for content. Let me just pull up the site real quick. So I'm in that group too, and I do workshops with them. So if you're interested, let me know. But basically allows you to create content very quickly and go from there. So got that. Oh, also Entrepreneur on Fire, John Lee Dumas. He does a lot with that. Dumas? Maybe I'm saying it wrong. But really cool guy. He uses Repurpose all the time. Love it. You see, once you start playing with Repurpose and you see what people are doing, you'll see a lot of people are using it in the industry. They just don't talk about it. I love it. I try to promote it all the time. So there's that. All right. So let's just build out a new workplace. I'm just going to be talking about 90-minute workdays. Okay. So this is how I build it out. So where's my book? Okay, so this is how I created the 90-minute workday. And so we're going to structure exactly how it's done. And by the way, I'm not some genius or something. After talking to the president of AppSumo, Eamon, and actually reading this book, hold on. Reading this book called Deep Work. Deep Work right there. This is how we built the 90-minute work day. Okay, so let's go right into this. So first of all, I have this quote at the top of it, so I'm going to talk about it. And this is what, like, I write this on the top of every book I have, workbook, and I think it's really important. So the quote is, habits make you into the person you are. So I used to be really scattered. I used to do a lot of things. And by the way, you can see it in past videos, or I've talked about it. At one point, I was not very stable, or not very. I just wasn't doing. I wasn't doing the right things. I used to work. At one time, I used to work 4 different jobs at the same time, and I could do it, but I was burnt out and I was all over the place. I was running my gym at the time. I was a physical therapist, doing home health. I was a lifeguard. And I was doing one other thing. It was insane. Oh, yeah. I was working at 2 startups. Okay. Well, how many jobs is that? Whatever. So the point is, I was all over the place and I didn't understand structuring time and all these things. So I'm really big on habits make you into the person you are. And so I'm going to break down the 90-minute breakdown of how I focus, what I do, and all of those things. So let's get right into it. So the first thing is a 90-minute blocks of focused work every day. Okay, so that's how I work it out. The next thing is each block is 30 to 60 minutes. I never go above 90 minutes. If I hit 90 minutes, I automatically have to take 30-minute breaks before I do any more work. Okay, just so you can keep on a roll. Now, before I'm structured anywhere, this is the stages of work that I use. Stages for work. I have the planning session, planning, executing, and then research sections. Okay, so why is this important as we go through this? Okay, with the stages of work, what you find is a lot of times if you're in an email or you're doing something, you might first, instead of you like doing something rapidly with your email, you start thinking and start responding, and it just takes too much time, right? So planning is, what am I going to do in this block? Executing is, you're only going to make decisions very quickly, and you're already going to have a decision. Yes, no, what do you need to do? And if you can do a task in less than 2 minutes, you do it and then move on. And I'll show you an example of that in email in a second. The last part is research. After you're executing, if there's something you can't do or something you need to follow up, that's when you're doing the research section. And that's how you're following everything right there. Everything right there. So that's stages of work in the 90-minute blocks. Okay. Right here, I'm going to have this, and I'll come back to it. This is the weekly meeting that we have with the team to make sure we're on track and everything. And that's really where I learned that from the guys at AppSumo and how they do it. So I'm going to have that breakdown over here. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example, and this allows you to see exactly how we're doing this. One last thing. This is stages of work per block. This is blocks per day. And then themes per day. Okay, so again, stages of work. Whenever I do anything, I follow this formula. When I do blocks per day, that allows me to have a clear indication of what I'm going to be doing per day or during the day. And then themes per day, that allows me to understand what I need to do to keep track of being on track the whole week. So for instance, we have Monday. Monday is meetings Monday. So the majority of my meetings are all on Monday. Before, when I had invoices and I had so many clients, that used to be called Money Monday. Give me that money. We would go out and invoice all of our clients on Monday. The whole day was making money. That was the whole objective. And if anything was off track, we would say, is this making us money? No, then you do it on a different day because it's Money Monday. So you're having a theme of the day. Now, the reason it's changed to Meetings Monday is we have everything productized service instead of invoicing and having custom contracts and everything, which has cut out a lot of stress. But when we used to have to invoice and have a lot of individual clients and go for invoicing, that's why we had to have that day. Now everyone's on subscriptions or charged, in its subscription model. We don't have to go track anyone down. That's it. Unless like they change cards and we say, hey, you need to update that. So that's cut out our entire day. So Wednesday is webinar Wednesdays, or it's just basically video Wednesdays. So whatever, video Wednesdays. And if you look at that, that's when I'm doing Build With Me. That's when I'm on conferences or, just creating a lot of things. So we have that. Okay. Sunday is prep day. Okay. As you can see right now, I'm pretty much doing all of my content. And you'll see in a little bit, I'm talking to different ones, getting ready for the week. So we have that. Now, these are my main pillar days. So let me make that H2s, right? Then what I have is right here, I have creation day, creation Thursdays. So this is when I'm batching all of my videos, and I usually batch 2 weeks ahead. So I'm just creating videos all day. So sometimes I'm batching and making 9 videos a day. I'm doing it at whatever, but pretty much I have a full creation day right here. Okay. Now, the reason it is H1, I need to get that done because the creation fuels everything else, and that's important. No one else in the company can be doing that because I'm on screen, and that's the main thing. Everything else can be handled by someone else on the team. So that's what I need to focus on right there. Meetings are also important, but if I don't have the creation, we can't be promoting, we can't be talking about content. It's crucial. Friday is Discovery Friday, and that's where I'm learning, taking classes, something. Or I'm reading, I'm doing something like that. Okay. There we go. Okay, so the first thing is, so that's pretty much it. Now, for my block day, this is what I have. So I did the themes of the week. Let me break down into blocks during the day. I have an admin block. I have an action block, and that could be being in meetings, on, mastermind calls, etc. Planning, and then I have researching. Now, if you look at it, this is very similar than the stages of work, but this is what I'm doing in every session, and I'm going to go through it. I'm going to show you what my email looks like and how I can sift through things very quickly, okay? I have to make sure nothing's blocked out or something, but it should be fine to show, okay? Okay, so let me know if you have any questions with this, but I'm going to show you just an example of emails, how this is accomplished and how we're doing this. Now, the reason I say, how can we do this in 90 minutes? How am I having this every single day? Oh, I should show you. I'm not on social media unless someone messages me. I have everything automated. So I used to spend 2.5 hours to 3 hours just being on social media by mistake or answering questions. If you look at this right here, I have the newsfeed eradicator from Facebook, or it's a Google Chrome extension, but I can't see all this foolishness. I can't see what people are doing. So I'm just not on social media. Everything else is automated through my bots or using Publer or something like that. So this cuts down on a lot of time because I'm just don't interact with people. Also too, on my phone, I don't have social media. I don't have Instagram on my phone. I have Facebook Messenger if someone needs to talk to me. I don't have Facebook on my phone. I only have Twitter on my phone specific days if people need to talk to me, but I just keep deleting the app over and over again. And also, I already said Instagram, TikTok, Snap, all those things are off my phone. So that saves me on average another 2 hours a day. The other thing is I was going to say, if you're watching on Periscope, live or something, I have all the automation set up so I don't have to tell people when I'm live what's happening. And instead of me being active on social or scanning, I use my lists feature on Twitter, and then I'm just pulling this up, and I can clearly just see what people are doing based on the people that I have on the list. And this is what I do. If you're saying, wow, man, he's really active, what's going on? Well, what I do is, very quickly, I just retweet and then I favorite what's going down because I already know what I want to do. So now I can literally spend 90 seconds if I want to and just go through heart. And I know that it's the right people because I already have them on a very specific list. Does that make sense? So now I'm not spending a lot of time doing anything else. I already know my rate of retweeting, favoriting, making sure people know I'm active, and I can do this with a bot too. But that's just showing you how you can cut down on time and all these things, right? So that's a side point. Okay, so that cuts out social media, that cuts out all of those things. All right, let's go with, and I'm going to show you planning and all this stuff with email. Oh, so admin is answering emails. Action is if I need to be in the meeting, I need to talk. Planning is creating SOPs. And everyone on my team probably gets really sick and tired of how much I talk about it. But everything that we do is found in an SOP. So everything that a team member has to do, we're constantly creating SOPs for everything. So if you look at this, it goes from admin SOPs, YouTube description SOPs, matchmaker, ConvertKit, website creation, website maintenance, website checklist, new client SOPs, remote work SOPs, AppSumo invoice structure, AppSumo video SOPs, everything's structured right there. And so the question is, how do people do that for themselves? Well, I'll show you very easily. And this isn't anything that, like, I'm not special in doing any of these things. It's just identifying a problem and then making SOPs. And so a lot of the times, if I need to do a task, I'll do the task once, record myself doing a video, and then I'll have my project manager, and then we have our interns document it again, and then they make the video, and that's how the SOP is created. So after I do one task, it's categorized, and then I never had to do it again. And a lot of times they're doing it better than me. So why am I going to really worry about it? Okay, so let me go over here. I'm coming over to my SOP. Okay, template creating SOPs. So this is everything in the company. Everything in the company is this how it's done. One sentence summary. So purpose plus importance. So this task and the reason why it's important. So we're telling, hey, we need you to do this task. It's worth this amount of money. So they clearly understand how much this is worth in the company. So if we're saying, hey, you're onboarding for a client, the client spends with us $10,000 a month. They automatically, they understand the weight of getting this task done correctly. Also the resources, the screen recordings, then the task list of what they need to do. Then it's written out step by step what the tasks are. They have the video as well to watch it. And then they have a completion checklist. So they have to then go through and complete the checklist. If they don't complete the checklist, or if they do a task and something's wrong, I ask them to pull up the SOP. Did they do everything? If they don't, they get 3 strikes before they're gone. Because we're creating the exact thing, exactly what's expected of you. And this is the thing, just like Six Sigma and how Toyota got better. There's a concept in Toyota factories where there was a line where basically you could pull it at anyone in the company could do it. Anyone on the line, anyone in management. Everyone has the responsibility at Brand Factory, the accountability. If you find that there's something that we can improve on, it's your job as you're going through the SOP to get it better. If you're not, you're just as accountable and you're bringing this down. If you do not want to do that, you don't need to be at brand factoring. So that's how we build accountability for every single one that's in-house. That's the secret. So when I need to do a task, I do this once. I document myself, then I give it to my project manager. They do the same thing. They add steps. Then they give it to a VA. They add steps. They make sure that they can do it. Then we give it to 3 more people. Then we should have the process down. And that's how we build out the SOPs. That's how we can scale so quickly. That's why we can do pretty much any job in digital marketing, because we built this out from ads to website creations to templates, emails, whatever. And so if you want, you can take a screenshot of this. I would have you do this. And this is basically our bread and butter. And by the way, the whole book, the Disney book, is all about processes. And that's why they kill it. So, okay. So that's that. Let me know in the comments if that makes sense. So I'm going to give you an example. I'll just go through exactly what I'm going to do tonight and how I'm going to do it through email and what I'm going to do for the tasks for the day tomorrow and how we're going to be done. And I'll time it to show you that's what I do. By the way, I do everything and I time it. Every single person in the company, I'm like, how long did it take you to do that? Every single person times their work. I time my work because I'm trying to get more efficient. So that's another key of how we can keep on track. Okay. Yes. Janet, you got it? Oh my goodness. You'll love that. By the way, Janet, welcome. I can get my bourbon. Bourbons is upstairs. I didn't know you were watching this stream. I'll do it. Let me know. So, in a second, we're going to show a breakdown how I'm going to do it with building with the team and then emails too. So you can kind of see how it's done if you want to do that. Let's see. Let me pull up Squid Hub. And by the way, I should do another video about what is that called? Task management systems or something like that. Janet, what are you saying? I have my bourbon right here. Okay, let me get my bourbon. Let me get this. Task management. So I'm going to talk about probably at another time, like Asana versus ClickUp and Asana versus like Monday.com and Jumple. I'm probably going to do in Nifty. Let me take a look. All right. So I'm going to pull up my timer and I'm going to show you the exact thing like for admin and how it's done. I'm first going to get my bourbon. Oh, Crumpy Rick, thanks so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I'm glad that you found it too. Let me know. Of course, you're watching on Periscope. You can always check us out on YouTube. You'll see a bunch of people there too. But wherever you want to watch this from, we appreciate you. Okay. Hold on a moment. Okay. So what we're going to be doing is I'm pulling up my Squid Hub, and then I'm pulling up Gmail and how it's done and how I set it up. And then we're going to time it, and you can see exactly how we do it. Timer. Okay. All right. So, all right. So if we're looking at this, what we're setting up right here, I'll do stopwatch instead. I'm going to set everything up, make sure that you can do this with me or see how I'm going to do it so you can think about how to do this for yourself, and then we'll do it. So I'm going to show you, get my bourbon, come right back and do it. Okay, so let's set up to show you exactly how we're going to do this. Let me go back to 90. I'm going back to my timer to make sure that this is recorded. Clip it. Okay, this clip is going to start 90-minute work days. Breakdown. Okay, cool. Okay, that's on my other screen. Okay, so again, we're going to go and do a planning stage. We're going to do an executing stage. We're going to do research, and we're going to do that with reviewing my emails, answering emails, reviewing them, and then also tasks for the team. So we're going to go with that. All right. So what you would need if you want to follow along and do this yourself as well, what you're going to do is you're going to find wherever your G Suites and all that stuff. And so get your G Suite or your Gmail, and then also get your where you're keeping your tasks or whatever. Now, keep in mind too, if you're saying, well, I don't have Squid Hub, I don't have anything like that, totally fine. Go open a Google Doc, open Google Sheets, just somewhere where you can record it. In the past, I used to use Google Sheets as well. So it's just having an area where you can write down tasks and projects. The main reason you're going to do tasks and projects are going to be something that you can do that will build out, or tasks are related to a project. So say, for instance, I want to build my YouTube channel. Instead of making that a task, you will say, I want to build my YouTube channel. What do you need to do? Your task would be, first, sign up with YouTube, then find an image for your banner, stuff like that. What I'm saying by that is, don't worry. We're going to break it down. We're going to have this for you. Okay. So we have all of these things set. Have your task management or a Google Sheet, Google Doc, so you can write some stuff down, and have your email open. We're going to go through it. I'm going to show you how I set up my email, and then we're going to record and time it. All right. Give me 1 second. I need my alcohol. Okay. I should have had music going. Sorry, guys. All right, I'm back. So, my wife, who's usually the bartender, so she got me this single bolt scotch. So she got me whiskey right here. Where is my screen? There we go. Very good. So it's going to be a good night. You know, I usually just drink my energy drinks, but had to do this. Janet has hers. All right, so got a little bit right there. All right, let's get going. Let's go. Here we go. All right, let's do this thing. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to show the basics, and then we're going to time this bad boy. Oh, that's pretty good. Yep, it's a good time. All right, so you got wild turkey bourbon. Let's see. I got that. Yep, you got to have it. I got you. Okay, so say for instance, I usually keep my emails pretty ruly. So I've got 19 messages since the 6th. So we'll just use that. We'll see what happens. Now, if you look at this right here, all right. If you look at this, let me break this down real quick. I'm already having all of these other folders set up. Okay, so what do I mean by that? I've got my inbox right here, but I also have everything that I want to break down. All of my build with me, people that talk to me directly from email, I have build with me right here. Clients for websites, content creation, emails to keep, travel, follow-up, pending. I have receipts broken down for, business, all those things. Excuse me. Marketing strategy. And then I have interesting emails. Now, why do I have so many sections? Because when I go through this, I can easily go and put all of these emails in sections where they belong, and I don't have to think. That's the main thing. It allows you to move very quickly. You see what I'm saying? Very, very quickly. And so you can do the same exact thing. Now, again, we're going to time it, and you're going to see like how can we do this? I'm already planning. I need to do admin stuff, and all I'm doing is first making quick decisions before I even have to email them. Okay, so we're going to go through this. I'm going to show you can do the same exact thing, but the reason you can do this so quickly is you need to set up the tabs, and you need to make this very quick. So I do this daily. Okay, so now that we have anything, let me know what you're thinking. Let's go and let's start. So I'm going in. All I'm doing is looking at if I can scan it quickly and if I can just remove things. Okay. That. Scanning. Don't need that. Don't need that. Messaging. Okay. Looking if it's confirmations, all of those things. Okay. Okay. Right here, that took 35 seconds just to scan. Okay, so 35 seconds, what I need to do. Oh, let me do promotions, tabs, make sure of that too before I go in. Okay, these are all, I need to keep these right here. Rest can be deleted. Oh, keep that one. Keep this and keep that. Keep that. Delete. Make that there. Okay. Boom. Okay. 1 minute, 15 seconds. And the reason is if you can do this every day, you can do it twice a day. You're keeping all of your mail in form. Yes, Janet, I feel you. That's why if you do it once to get yourself in order, get all the folders, you can get that thing done. And then you're just doing 2 admins a day of just cleaning out all your emails. That's it. Easier said than done. Sometimes I get 2 days behind. But you see that I was a couple days behind, but because I do this so often, like that's it. Okay? So now that it took Squid Hub, what template did you choose? I forgot. What kind of templates do they ask you to make a different template? Let's see about this. Do they ask you, are there different templates you can do? Or how did I structure my my Squid Hub? Let me know. And the reason I'll just tell you, for my Squid Hub, this is what I do. Because I have all these other ones, but I don't actually, I think I'm going to delete them coming up. Because all that I do is this. I have my templates here. See, SOP should be right there for templates. So here's my templates. Oh, excuse me. Let me back up. This is if we have to do something. So templates, we have to create templates. This is something we have to do with podcasts, potential clients, follow-ups, current projects, urgent projects. And that's how we do the to-do and meetings section. Oh, they give you an option of selecting one of their templates. Oh, I didn't even know that. I don't use it, I don't think. I just click groups and then I just made my own. So what I did was over here, I think I just did I add category. I think I just made it categories. So these are the categories right here. And then when I'm not using the category, the to do, and then I have my files and folders right here. And then to tell you the truth, although they have comments right here, you can always talk right here. To tell you the very truth, I think maybe because the team just uses too many GIFs, we just use Slack. And like it just always divulges, and like Slack is just a dumpster fire. But we talk on Slack. It's pretty funny. And I'm like in 14 or 17 different Slack groups. So it's for all the communications with the group. I don't use chat, but I use everything else. Hopefully that helps. I didn't know that you use templates, but no, whatever it said, I just loaded in and then I added added the group name, and then that was it. That was it. Does that make sense about emails? Do you want me to do the full section? I can time myself to how fast it takes to answer so people can see it. Let me know. I'm going to have more burp. Well, scotch. Let me know if you want me to do the full, like, answering emails. Some might be sensitive, but you can see what I'm talking about. If it's client sensitivity, I just will, block out or show the other sections. So, you know. But if you want to see that, I can do it in real time. I can do that. No problem. No problem, Janet. This scotch is like almost like a smoky scotch. Let me know. If this is helpful, let me know. If you want me to really do it in real time so you can see it, just let me know in the comments and I'll move on. Because I don't want it to be like, Doc says this, but he can't even do it in real time. So if you want me to do it, I can. But as I'm waiting for that, that is the answering emails and tasks for the team. Oh, I can do tasks for teams. I can show you that without, any client sensitivity. Let me just, so I have 4 notebooks because I love notebooks. So this is my new notebook, my Fox notebook. And so I just write down notes throughout the day. If I need someone to do something. So, or if the team needs to do it, if I need to do it, whatever. So right here, I take this out. I pull up Squid Hub. Title. Okay, and this is to do. What do we have to do? Create. Oh, and I can time this. What are the best automations? Okay, so yes. So you want me to see it. All right, I'll do that for email. The best automations for email. So Bianca, thank you so much for being here. Let me know. Let me know what you're thinking. I have over 20,000 unread emails. Save me. Well, first of all, what I would do is first use the automation to see how many things you need to unsubscribe. Then you're probably going to need basically a finder. So, I would probably write down how many people do you need to be notified, right? So I would say this, you've got 20,000. Okay. To be honest, if they haven't caught up with you again, most of them can just be archived. So if you've got that many, like, I would just look at the last 30 days, 20,000. It's like, if they didn't re-email you, that means that it's beyond like, let's just keep moving in life. Right. The other way to make sure that you don't miss anything that you need to come up with the list of the names of the contacts to make sure that they don't get deleted. So if it's someone that you need to review, write down that list before you do it. Afterwards, archive everything. Because a lot of times it's just mentally having all that stuff. I'm not saying delete it. It will delete itself, later on, depending on what settings you have. But make a list of who you need. Delete everything except for the last. You can do 60 days, 30 days, whatever. You need to set up your folders and then go to work in putting them in the right folders. For you, with that many, it's probably going to take you about 90 minutes. But I've had clients that have 20,000 or 20,000 plus. We can get this done in 90 minutes. It's not that big of a deal. You got it. Okay, so to-do list. This is what we got. I'm having this for Sabrina. Build admin SOPs for interns. So I'm going to say this is an update. She already has done that, but I say about every 2 months, we try to refine it again. So that's what Sabrina is going to be doing. So I have this. Oh, let me just put on the timer. Okay. We have that deadline. We're going to do that Wednesday. Update SOPs for interns plus video walkthroughs. Okay. Create. Next one, we're creating a new template for weekly emails from Build With Me and weekly email to Brand Factory clients / potential. Because a lot of the clients for Brand Factory is going to be different than Build With Me, just because they're going to be doing done for you or it's a different capacity. Urgent. Sabrina, let's have that done by. No, we need to have that one done by Wednesday too. If we want to have them out on Thursday, really, let's say Tuesday, so we can review them. So what I'm going to say is right here, add subtask, create template to be reviewed. First email scheduled by Wednesday. That way we don't have to rush Thursday morning and all those things. Okay, we have that. Next one. Buy new webcam card capture. Do that. Urgent. Now, again, if you're saying, Doc, you're all assigning this to someone else. That's not really working. Okay, there's a couple things. Number one, you can have a VA if you trust them for them to purchase, or just scheduling all of this helps you to be structured when you go into the execute section to do it yourself. So for 2 years before my wife started working with me, I would schedule to do all the things, and then the next day I would do all of the tasks. But I would have everything ready to go and all of the links, so then it's easier to do it. So it depends on, whatever level you're at, you can do this. And that's why it's really important that I wanted to do this from scratch so I know how it feels. And then I'm not just saying it, but everything's documented and it's shown that it can be done. Okay, so we're using this as a link. This is what I'm getting. Elgato Cam link. Okay. Right here. Elgato Cam link. Right here. Bam. Already has the link. She doesn't have to go look for it. Everything's right there. Okay. Got that done. Okay, good. All right, cool. All that stuff is done right there. How long did that take? We're done at 4 minutes, 51 seconds. All the tasks right there are done, what we need to get done, and for what she needs to do. Does this make sense? Okay. So everything's scheduled with the team. All right, next thing that we're going to go into. I'll do the business meeting one in 1 second. Let's do the emails, and then I'll knock out the business meeting. How we have a 15-minute business meeting once a week, and then that's it. I hate meetings. Okay, timer. That's done. Okay. Does that make sense with Squid Hub and how we're using it? Okay, cool. Okay. So, let me know. Does this make sense? Is this helpful? That's what I was going to say. Is this helpful? Let me do emails real quick. Bianca, let me know. Bianca's on Facebook. All right, let's see. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the execute section. So the execute section is if I can answer an email within 2 minutes, I answer the email. If I have to do something more, all I have to do is mark it, and I'll do it in the next round, and I'll show you. Okay? All right, so let's get going. Erica, you're messaging me on LinkedIn? Okay, hold on. All right, so ready? Let's begin. All right, let's see. Let's see, first one. Okay, so right here, someone's asking me a question. I'm going to create a video. So what I'm doing is in reply, in my drafts, all I'm saying is create video for Edmir. Now, I would show you how to do this too, but when I'm running dub and I have to record videos and live stream, it's just doing too much. All right, so I have that right here. As long as the link. Day and time confirmation. Talk to you soon. Okay. So that email, okay, easy. I'm going to, and I'll move it in a second. So I have all of that. By the way, I'm using Synovio so I can see if people are opening my emails, all those things. Welcome. Yes, I think I can use your system with SalesFlare. Do it. Yeah. Okay, so I say awesome, thanks. Added you in the newsletter on Thursday last week. See you on Tuesday. Okay. So if it's really quick stuff, boom. And remember, I'm not worried about archiving right now. I'll do that in 1 second. It's saving? I just wanted you to send. What's taking so long? There we go. Thank you. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Okay. Have that. Boom. Okay, I don't know why that. Okay. It's done. Oh, I'm going to say, I forgot to add one other thing. And forgot to mention, if you refer a client, we offer an affiliate of each client you bring. Each referral you bring starts at percent of the project. Closed. There we go. So that I'm just letting people know about the affiliate program. If anyone wants to refer clients, we start at 15%, but we go all the way up to 35%. Okay. That's right there. Round table. It's there. Right here. Oh. Okay. Love it. Like number 2. Talk to you soon. Okay, so I'm just, honestly, as I'm going through this, just seeing what's going on. Quick. And you saw, just like the first one, if there's something I have to do more, I'm just leaving it. Josh is talking to me. Okay, he's asking about what do I do besides the show. Hey man, good question. Along with Build With Me, I run a marketing agency that allows me to consult with clients. Along with that, I have a membership and courses. If you're interested in creating multiple streams of income, I have a course on that, or ask me during my live sessions on YouTube to help you come up with more ideas to get income for. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So again, I know this seems boring right here, but just to show you so you can see it in real time. Okay, that one is, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about that. If it's something, a notification of another platform, I'll just, again, I'll just make sure that I look at it on that platform at that time. This one, oh, let me make sure. Put that there. Okay, last one is this one. And I'm going to say make video. Make video. Hold on. Make video and refer to YouTube clip. That's how I know, just to make sure to come back. Okay, so now, oh. Do this. He's on time to yours. Okay. Do this. I'll just respond back. Thank you for letting me know. What does his schedule look like later in the day? Whole other thing. Everyone should have a scheduler. Do you have 2 or 3 options I could see? I could choose from. Do you have, yeah. Thank you so much. Schedulers cut down on so many things. Show trimmed content. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Whatever. Okay, that's fine. Okay. All right, so how long did that take going through and answering? Timer. 13 minutes. Okay, so right here, if I'm looking at this right here, now all I have to do is look at what's happening. Let me go back. So I can look at it easily. Drafts, they need to keep in place. Everything else, I can just move right now. Okay? So that was 13 minutes. Let's take how long it takes this. Let's do this. I can archive this. I don't need to. Oh, well, all these are build with me. So it already tells me either I'm going to archive or just move to build with me. Checking in. That's done. Josh, that's done. That's done. Put that into content creation. This one's right here. Emails to keep, or I can say interesting emails. Interesting emails. I'm waiting for a response on that. That's done. All done. Took a minute. So it took that's it. So right there, I'm done. And at 15 minutes on the dot, done. So we just knocked out all the tasks for the entire team and the emails. We have this. So this will take me 2 minutes a piece because I just do dub videos and then I just respond. Instead of writing long emails, all I do is just use dub. And then I just send it. And it's more personalized and people feel better with it. Let me know if this makes sense and if this helps. Erica, does this help you too? And Janet? So, okay, cool. And so then I use Dub to send all the messages. So I pretty much use Synovio and Dub probably the most for day-to-day activities for work. And then I just make videos all day. And then that's it. AppSumo, always using AppSumo stuff. And their app is there now too. Really good stuff. I think I have an affiliate for them, but they're awesome. Either way, I would promote them. Okay. So that is literally, I do that twice a day for my emails, and then that's it. Awesome. Okay. So now I'm going to show you how we do our 15-minute meetings every Monday. And the reason we do it this way is because Eamon, the president of AppSumo, I was telling him it was my first year. I never hit over. I could never get to 6 figures, and I could not figure out why. And he's like, "Do you have meetings?" And I was like, "I hate meetings. I hate business meetings. And he's like, "You need to start doing meetings because you don't know where your money's coming in. You're not straightforward enough." And I was just like, I just don't want to be like that. He's like, "No, you need to do meetings like this." So I'm going to show you the exact way that he told me to break it down. This is what I do for my team. And I did this with him for 4 months. So it took about 6 months. 6 months before I did it with him. I never cracked making over 10K. Working with him and him telling me what to do, we hit 16K a month so that was June, and then by August we hit it just by doing these things. So let me show you. And that was last year. Is that 2019? Yeah. Okay, so this is how we break it down. Let me just do this. Okay, number 1, weekly meetings. We talk about number of clients, number of active clients. Okay. We talk about number of active clients. How many are we having? Then we have names of each client because everyone from sales to project management to myself, everyone knows every client by name. Then we rate the stress level of each client. And we rate them from 1 to 5. 1 being, 0 to 5. 0 being no stress, but everyone's a little bit of stress. But anyway, 1, low stress. 5 is I need to go to the hospital or I need to see a therapist. This person's driving me insane. Then we do active projects for clients. And we describe what are the active projects. So we can see what they are on the board, what's taking the most time. So part of the project is timeline, time duration for projects and tasks. And that's going to be on average, right? Just so we're keeping in the right framework. Then we have the next one, project updates. So everyone knows. The next one will be, we have a green light, yellow light, red light system. depending on the project updates. So either they're done early, that's green lights. On time, that's yellow light. Late is red light. You need something. We ask everyone on the call, do you need something? What obstacles are you having? Then we go into revenue report. We look at the revenue goals. And then we look at the main projects to reach goals. So for example, we kept trying to hit 10K every single time. We were having all this time, having this trouble. And we're like, okay, what's the drivers? Okay. We were looking at clients that wanted branding or creating apps. And we said, okay, how much time is this taking? What is this doing to our team? Do we want to continue doing? And we looked at, there was 2 avenues that we liked doing. We liked building MVPs and we liked helping branding, starting with live streaming. So we said, okay, how much value are we giving them? How much time does it take? How much are we going to charge? So then we changed our pricing. Our top packages were around like 3,000. We moved everything up to 10,000, 6,000, 1,200, 500, 49. And then afterwards, we hit it. So we just changed the packages. We looked at and told our clients, hey, this is what we're going to be doing. This is our value proposition. This is what we're going to do for our clients. Where would you like to go? Do you want to go into a different tier? Or this is what we're going to do, and these are the deliverables. And then they moved into the packages. And we had a lot less stress because, again, when we hit 16K, all we had to do was go for clients that were at the 6K and 10K. Then we just had to deal with 2 clients. We booted out 8 other ones because they weren't the perfect fit. We transitioned them to other agencies. We had a lot less stress. We had a lot better communication. They were more happy because we were hands-on. And we could do a lot leaner of a team, and we didn't have to do it. So we cut out ads. We used to run ads for people, and it was constantly a headache. It was constantly a headache trying to educate the clients, have real expectations, all of this thing. And that's how we did it. So yeah, this is how we hit all of our goals. We do the video. So we do this, and then the money report. Project manager plays the music for our money report. We do the money report, making sure everyone knows how. Oh, and there's another thing too. For our certain departments, we already have goals. If for sales, so ones that are doing outreach, if they close the deal from prospecting to closing, they get a percentage of the contract. The project managers, if they get rated if they get rated 4.5 or 5 stars for 3 months, they automatically get a percentage of managing that client. So we have all the goals. Everyone knows exactly where they're going to be. Everyone has incentives. Everyone knows how much we're charging. And I always put it out to the ones that are moving forward. If you want to be part of the company, or if you want to work with us in tandem and you want to get paid more, tell me how we're going to make more money so we can make you more money. And that's how we have a lean team. And that's how we work it out. Let me know if that makes sense. And by the way, yeah. So so Eamon's like, this is how he does this with all of his department heads. This is how they expanded. This is how they moved AppSumo and make 8 figures a year. They use it with, review and use Google Sheets. And I was like, okay, if this huge company that's making 8 figures can do this, and this works for them, and other 8-figure businesses use a very simple system to track sales and going on and making sure their departments. I was like, yeah, I'm going to start doing that. And so we cut out a lot of the other tech portions, and we said, let's just do this. And that's what we do. So I do this on Mondays. Meetings Mondays. I do this right in the morning. I have my masterminds. I do some of the clients. I sometimes do some of the intro calls, but now Alexa is going to be doing a lot of those. And that's pretty much all I do on Mondays. I take my walk outside, and any meeting that's possible that I can take via phone, I do, so I don't have to be at my chair all the time. Tuesday is kind of if I have to meet anyone, but really just meetings on Monday. Video on Wednesdays. The main movers is when I do AppSumo videos, when I do videos for trends, and guest starring in Repurpose or doing something like that. So I know where I'm supposed to show up, or joint venture webinars. That's how we sell. I do all my creations on Thursdays. I read and do courses on Friday, and then I do this stuff on Sunday. And that's all I do for my business. And then the rest is SOPs, where I have my staff do it. And by the way, if anyone needs help or saying like, but how is this possible? We talked about it at Acadium before, but like you can find interns and find VAs that are always in your budget. And the main thing is they need to have the right accountability, the right processes and procedures. So that comes down to you doing it well, or you understanding what the endpoint is and then documenting it very well. And then those processes can now allow you to streamline and grow. And that is how we've hit multiple six figures with our very small team. And so the team is myself, my project manager, and then it's the Creative Cloud. So sometimes we use VAs, sometimes we use students, but that is it. That is it. I sometimes work with some friends, but they have their own businesses. Oh, like Jay from One Room Media. But he has his own business. We have our own business when it makes sense. Like when we were working with Gary Vee, he had mutual interest, why he wanted to do the projects. It worked for me. We worked together. We knocked that out. So hopefully, let me know the weekly meetings. I think, Erica, you're saying this is good. Let me know which one should be the ebook, either the weekly meetings, the roundup of how to break it down. But literally that, but I love tech and I'm either reviewing or I look at tech and I get to do that anyway. And that's what I do as a hobby. So it's fun to me and I like reading about businesses. So, but if I need to do something or if I'm gone or I have other important things, literally every day, there's no day that I have to work more than 90 minutes. That's it. So let me know if that makes sense. And if you want me to if you're having questions, you're like, Doc, that sounds great, but I don't know how to do it myself. Let me know. But it's really just streamlining. Oh, and then the whole thing is, I didn't even stop the timer, I don't think. Oh, I stopped at 15 minutes. Okay. But that's rinse and repeat. So I did the planning, I did the executing, and then research is, okay, what do I need to do next? What do I need to get better at? What do I need to learn to get the other things done? And then that's it. And then again, so admin per day, I do 1 to 2 times per day. Mornings and 30 minutes before ending for the day. That's when I do my admin blocks. The action blocks, pretty much I have those action blocks somewhere between that. Somewhere between I usually do my action blocks from 11 a.m. to maybe 3, or really it's 3. And the reason it's till 3 p.m., I take a nap and then I usually wake up and I work maybe at 8 or 7 p.m. Just depends. Or I'm with Sabrina, I'm doing something. She's in her workshop. Then we go from there. That's a great lifestyle. Exactly what I want to work towards. That's exactly right, Janet and Erica. Yep. And you can definitely do it. And it's just one section at a time. And then, of course, this is something I didn't have. I quantify. I do it every quarter, but then we review it monthly. What is taking up the most time for clients or doing whatever? And then is that making us the most money? And then we quantify, okay, what are the 2 to 3 offerings that we make the most money? How can we do this? All that stuff. Planning, it's literally, I'm just using Cloud App. No, I use Cloud App or Ecamm. And I just record the SOPs. And then what I do is I send the SOPs to interns. And then I have them to try to redo it and write down notes, what they did right, what did I not have, make them add details, all those things. Then I make them record a video and then have them send that video and the instructions to someone else and see if they can do it. Yeah, all of it. And if you want to throw in the VA stuff, that would be cool also. That's funny. Yeah. And then researching, I mean, I'm just, this is actually funny. So I used to try to research, but I feel like even though when I research, I'm still really bad at it, I just pay one of my friends that always, I mean, he got me involved in like, so probably in 2010, he told me about Noah Kagan and told me about like ClickFunnels and Russell and all those things. And so I just pay him. I'm like, hey, listen, I just need your opinions on these things. And so I just pay him $25 to research and just sends me back the research. And that's it. So that's another thing. Knowledge as a service. That's a whole other thing. I told him he could send that out. Yeah. Yeah, you can have a copy of this. Let me share this. Copy. Drop it in the chat so you can see that. I might do a full like a cut down version of what I just did, but to show breakdown of this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Ask a friend to research or just set yourself up to Google it or YouTube it. Ask a friend or Google the results. Okay. And that's basically rinse and repeat. So, like today, right? So I slept for like 4 hours and then I'm doing this. No problem, Erica. Because again, I like doing this, but again, if you're looking at this and everything, this is part of content. And let me go back to my timestamp so you can actually see it. Later on, I'm just going to have the team go back and walk through the habits to create a business. I'm going to switch screens so you can see this. So everything that I do, that's another thing I forgot to say. About 90% of my work days are recorded. Somewhere I can find it. Either I'm in a mastermind or someone else is recording me, but I record everything. As you can see, so I've been doing this for an hour, 36 minutes. I have all my breakdowns right here. And then when I go back to the team and I'm just like, hey, I need you to make videos about all of these things. Website comparisons, key takeaways of the websites, talking about CRMs and what you need to do, 90-minute workday breakdowns, habits to create, typo. And then from here, this is going to be timestamps that's going to be in repurpose that then they can make more videos on. And then we can test it out and say, hey, which ones did you like? Which one? And again, just like Erica's like, oh man, this should be an ebook. Guess what? If we already get people that respond or say, hey, this is really good, I like more of this, how can I do this? How can I pick the right VA? How can I do that? Now we know even more content. And so everything's just built on momentum of what our most appreciative or our audience that likes us, right? We build more content around that. And so that's how we've been able to scale it in a rapid fashion. And so, yeah, so that's right there. How we break down all the things that we do with automation. And this is just a tip. This is actually what Sabrina's doing this. I didn't really see this happening, but so I talked about last time the difference between like Zapier and IFTT. I don't really do a lot with IFTTT because it's just a lot of stuff I didn't really think about doing applications or doing automations in the home. But let me tell you, Sabrina just built this today, just did IFTT. Where is it? Let me drop this. So right here, if maker event regular light, then change stairwell to warm light or red light. So what happens is we live in, obviously our living area is upstairs. Both of our offices, her studio is on the other side of me and my podcasting in all this area. So sometimes she goes through this section to go to her office. Well, we have a main light there. And sometimes either I'm snapping, I'm like, no, I'm on a podcast, whatever. So with my Stream Deck, I can click the button where it says meeting or light off. And now she sees in the house If it's red light, I'm in the room doing something and she won't come down. If it's a regular light, she just goes into her office. So that way, we're not having a problem at all. And you can, let me show you my screen. So this might make more sense. Hold on. So we try to streamline our life as much as possible. Can you see this? I think you can see this. So this is my stream deck of when I'm doing different things. So this is when I can clip and do intros. This is when I'm doing horns or sound effects. This is everything right here. Markers. But if you look at it right here, it says meeting and it says light off. So if I'm in a meeting, I can click this. And then when I click it, it will turn the light in the other room red. And that's what happens. When I turn to say light off, it turns it into a regular light. And you can do that all with IFTT. Yep. So we try to automate our functionality in life as much as possible. I actually didn't think about that. She did all that. But this is just another thing that you can be doing. So we try to optimize and cut down as much as we can. So that's just something to think about. You can automate anything. So IFTTT. So if you're trying to streamline your life, it has a lot of interesting applications. And she did all that in like five. Nah, it took her about 2 hours because she got the wrong light bulb and she was fighting with Amazon. Anyway, but she just did a video. If you're interested on that, I think I might put it on my channel, how she did it. But she just did a TikTok and did all that. So I'm going to have that whole thing done. Okay, so we've got that done. The next thing I'm going to be working on is still for sponsorship and a couple other things. If anyone has questions on a certain app, let me know. Something like that. The Lakers are winning by 20 points. I don't have time for that. I can't see them win another title. Can't watch that game. Okay. Let me know. And the lights are a great idea. Yes. So you can do that in your home, all of those things. Okay. So let's do a roundup real quick. I'm going to talk about the next thing that I'm working on. But if anyone has questions, let me know. Okay. Next thing on my agenda. I had to build a new email template. So let me go ahead and do that. Email template. Let me see what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to build it in Notion. And then she can just use that. Weekly email template. Let's do that. Then that way you can just weekly build with me email template. Okay, let's do this with an icon. I like the umbrella. Hey, I'm going to use an emoji there. Here's the latest video. Then let me know if you have any questions. Emoji there. I'm going to put this, add current video here. DOC. Yeah. Whenever Sabrina posts that, I'll send it to you. I think she's posting it tomorrow. I think I'm going to add it to my YouTube account, but I'll send you the link whenever she has it. Let me add 2 emojis here. And I always try to make, I know this seems really dumb, like why do we have a template for this? sometimes it's just trying to explain what we're going to do on our newsletter, or sometimes I just don't feel like thinking. It's a lot easier just to have a template. Let's see, smiley face. Oh, I want that one. Yeah, the one with the hearts, I think. I don't think people can turn it down when they see a face with hearts. Or I might do hands. Face with, not wave. Face with hands? I think the smiling one, yeah. That's the hugging one. There we go. I have to look at it, but my conversions are so much higher when you use emojis. Okay, smiley face right there. Here's the latest video. Insert right here. And I know a bunch of Janet and everyone was talking about using templates. I think I'm going to start making templates. I just don't know which templates yet. Email templates, templates for SOPs. I don't know. Or just like agency templates if you're running an agency for internal communication. I haven't figured it out yet. Let's see. Thinking face. Let me know what would be best for you guys. Thinking faces. I need the thinking face with the glasses. With the glasses. No. Thinking face with glasses. What? Come on. You let me down. Emoji. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you. Oh, face with monocle? That's, well, that actually makes sense. I say glasses. That makes sense. Okay. And usually this is not a rule, but what I find is usually when I'm doing an email, less than 56 or 64 words, I get a lot higher response. And so usually I'm just doing something very, very basic. I'm saying, here's the latest video of the week. Let me know if I can help you. I can help you. That's it. Nothing really big. I have the sequences if I'm doing heavy selling, but we don't need to do all that. Weekly build with me template. There we go. And I know that seems so simple and like, why did it happen? But it's so much easier to copy and paste than go finding the emoji or clicking or doing all these things. It's that simple. Now, if I'm going to like, and this is where it comes in with SendFox. Sometimes like Sabrina doesn't know like what the latest video is and everything. I just tell them to go to SendFox and it already compiles the latest video. I mean, really, too, if I wanted to, a lot of the times what SendFox already puts together, I copy and paste anyway. But sometimes it's not the right language or I say it a little bit different than how they have it. So I just copy and paste. So I go into, and that's why I'm saying, if you're struggling and just like you need something to happen quickly, just go with SendFox because it makes everything so much easier. If you don't have advanced sequences, I have to keep saying that. So you see where it says right here, Smart Campaigns, how to launch a successful business without no code. So right there, I actually like that title. I'll probably use that title. It just pulled it from right there and it will say, hey, here's my weekly update for, and it will tell me right there. Yeah. And it's pulling in the description from from the YouTube video, which I usually don't do that personally, but I might just take a couple of these things right here. And like, look how easy it is. You just edit it. You're good to go. You're good to go. That's why I'm like, if you're really just getting started, use SendFox. It does all the work for you. You just can't do a lot with sales. This is more for brand awareness, not if I was trying to do hard sales or something like that. So a lot of the times I might take, I haven't even seen here is my weekly update. I haven't noticed if that really converts really. I guess it's good if you're doing it weekly so if they're saving them, they can keep track of where they're at and what email they're on. That's it. That's it. Okay, cool. Let me do that. That's easy right there. With the brand factory one, it's kind of like, what are we doing? And we're talking about either VaynerMedia or talking about something like that. Okay. All right. Email templates. Let me ask you too, from anyone that's watching, are you emailing your audience regularly, weekly, or something like that? And sometimes, to me, sometimes I just don't, I miss a week or something. So I'm like, from now on, we're not missing a week. And then on Mondays, we're doing a standard email for every client, basically asking them, how are you doing? What do you need help with? And if you need help, fill out this form. We've done it before in the membership group, but I think we're just going to standardize that one. Erica, you're in that group, so you saw that we used to do it. I think what we're doing is just sending it out an email and having people weekly fill out, hey, do you need help? Fill out this form, let us know, and we'll just create a video about it. Excuse me. So that's the main thing. Let's see. We're going to do that. Let me bring up this one, the new one that we're going to be using. It's from the Podia one. We're going to do that. Also, too, if anyone has questions, productized services. Let me do this. I'm going to go to Podia. I have to switch over to my other screen for a second, and then we'll go in. That's another thing. There's this place in Kentucky. No, we're in Louisville. Yeah, Louisville, Kentucky. They had this moonshine. Man, I need to go back to that. See, and then I'm looking at something for my YouTube. It's saying, Doc, please do one how to create a streaming service like Disney Plus. What in the... Do you know how... Like Disney Plus? Bro, do you know how... Oh, my goodness. I mean, yes, I could, but do you know... Some of these questions are ridiculous. Some like, create Netflix. I have no money. If you have no money for a server, I can't have you create Netflix for free. You have to have some kind of money. I mean, you're trying to create a if not billion, a multi-million-dollar industry a year, and you want me to do this? I don't understand some people. Depends on the budget. I should just say it depends on the budget. Depends on the budget. All right, I'm switching over to Podia real quick just so I can grab the info and then come back. So, let's see, memberships, customers, subscribers. Hold on one second. Posts. And so I'm going to start doing this weekly, sending out emails. Clarity. Submit your questions. Okay. Okay, also too, Erica, do you still have questions about your 1,000 true fans? How we do it? Let me pull this up. Okay, so I'm going to use this. Let me do this. Okay, so I'm going to do weekly template, weekly templates. That's what I'm going to change. Why is this not working? Okay, here we go. I'm going to build out weekly templates, one for email, then I'm going to do one for clients or group. Weekly email. Weekly membership email. That's what we're doing. Okay, let's bring this over here. Highlighting some stuff. Copy. Okay. For the week. Okay, so this is something I think I'm going to bring back for the group. So if you see right here, this is for the members. But I think I'm going to email this. What do you think about that, Erica? Okay, you're asking for 1,000 true fans. I'm going to go over that in 1 second. Membership. Weekly email. Okay. So the membership, this is what I'm going to be sending out. I'm going to say title. Reminder. There we go. Reminder email. I'm going to just put it that way. Body of email. I'm just going to say it like that. A lot easier. Topical title. Body of email. That's what we're going to do. That's why it's easy. Then membership level is, hey builders, just a reminder to share anything you've created. I got the part about going to groups. I keep finding the wrong groups. All right, let's talk about this for a minute. Let's go. Let's talk about this. So let's talk about finding your 1,000 true fans. Hold on 1 second. Let's do this clip. That's cool. All right. So we got this right here. We just knocked out this template. Let me, hold on. Doc. There we go. Okay, all that's good. Let's go back to 90. No, let's build another page. Finding your 1,000 true fans. All right, let's just do this for a second. I don't even know why they keep adding this coat. Maybe I should do a teddy bear. I don't think that's necessary. I don't know if I like this guy. Should I do a cat? Sure. Okay, let's do a cat. All right, so finding your 1,000 true fans. Let's do this thing. All right. Good question, Erica. Let's do this. All right. Finding 1,000 true fans. Okay. The first thing I would say is, what do you want to be known for? Okay. That's the first question. What do you want to be known for? The second question is, what skills or abilities do you want to highlight? Okay, so that is what's your superpower. The next thing is, what do people value? Okay, before you're trying to find these groups and all of those things, and this is the key to everything, okay, you need to first distill down these things. And we're going to go into a little bit deeper in why I'm talking about this. But if you don't have this, there's no point of you adding or being in certain groups. And you can always check your work. You'll see why in a second, okay? So what do you want to be known for? Okay, for me, I want to be known for helping people realize their potential and for them to get paid what they're worth. Yeah, that's what I want. So what would I distill that down to? Helping people realize their potential and getting paid what they're worth. I need to turn you into a superhero. How to turn yourself into a superhero. How to turn yourself into a superhero. You're a wonderful person, Erica. Listen, you got great gifts. These are the things. I want you to figure that out. I want every single person. Janet, I want you to do this. Rick, who else is on here? Josh, all kinds of other people. I saw some other ones too. I got to scroll up into the chat. Bianca, all of you guys. Crumpy Rick, Danny, all those things. Now, the thing is, that's what I want to be known for. I want to be known that I can just help people and for you to turn yourself into a superhero. So the first question is, what do you want to be known for? Okay. So, and this is different than your exact ability. This isn't, I want to be known as a photographer. That might be the first starting point, but do you want to be a photographer that changes lives or be able to capture a moment that's memorable for the rest of their life? What do you want to be known for, right? The next part is, how do you turn yourself, Iris, that's my section. So what skills or abilities do you have that you want to highlight? Okay, so you might say, I want to capture a memorable moment that they'll always enjoy their wedding or, the moment of their anniversary or the birth of their child. And I do that by capturing the moment, for being there in those intimate moments and for capturing them, that intimacy. That's what I do. You notice that it's different than I'm a photographer, right? You're talking about that gift, what you're going to be doing. For me, I'm going to say, how do I highlight that skill or ability? I am going to be teaching you how to tell your own story for you to be memorable, just like a superhero. Just like how Superman or Batman, has an origin story. That's what I teach you to do, for people to understand why they should love you, for them to understand how you got your powers and then go on into the world. Something like that, right? Now, this is the thing. This is something that you have to really think about. What do people value of you? Okay. Now, you might later on still want to get to one goal, but what do they value you right now? And have you tested out your value to be able to check if that coincides to what you want? Okay. How can you do this? How can you do this, right? What do people value of you? Nicholas, hello. Nicholas, this is the first time that you're in stream right now in chatting with us. If so, welcome. We're talking about 1,000 true fans. If you're returning, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure, Nicholas, this is the first time that you've been commenting. If so, thank you so much. So, okay, so you're going to go with that. Now, what do people value? The reason you're going to test out, and this is in the Clarity course, and we were talking about this, you have access to this too, because you're part of the membership, Erica. And if anyone else wants access, just let me know. I can show you a preview of it right now. Or if you want the course, I can drop the link. But remember, think about the Clarity course and what do people value? That goes back to the ask. Have you asked someone and you're now aligning what you're saying that you can deliver what that ability is to solve their problem. Who are these people? Where are they? Okay, so I want you to write those things down. Anyone that is trying to get 1,000 true fans or trying to make sure that you get traction, these are the main sections before we go on. I'll dive down a little bit deeper, Erica, what kind of groups you need to target. And I think, who is this? Who was just asking me this question the other day? I got to check that. Was it, hold on. Who was that? I'm looking at my comments right now. I was just asking about this. View more, finding the right group. Sorry, this is going to bug me. Mark. Mark asked. Mark from Australia asked that question. And we'll get into how we go into the right Facebook groups, subreddits, and wherever, core and all those things. So first you have this. Okay, what do you want to be known for? What skills or ability do you want to highlight? What do people value? Okay, people are saying, I find great speakers. Okay, that's good. You're probably talking about Hey Summit or those. Perhaps. Let me know. People tell me I find great speakers. Okay. How much is that worth to them? Them finding great speakers, does that now allow them to have a better halo effect for their conference? If that's what people are finding, that's valuable, how much is that worth to them? You put a price on it and you check if they're just giving you lip service or if it's transformative for their business or their conference. And if it is, throw out a number. How much is it worth? For you to find, is it one speaker, them getting their keynote speaker? Is it you getting all of their speakers? You got to be really specific or listen to the language. Or is it you just kind of coming up with a list and saying, hey, these are the potential speakers that would be great for your conference. This is who I would reach out to. So I would like a little bit more detail on that. And anyone else can join in too. Erica's a frequent flyer on this program. But anyone can, if they have questions, let me know. This is really good information, though. Janet, if you have anything, Nicholas, if you're here for the ride or have questions, let me know. Okay, so once I'm waiting for that, I'm going to go on a little bit and get some more answers in a bit. So if you're saying, I do X, you then say you do the ask. Great, I'm glad you're feeling that way. How much is this? Right? I'll tell you a good example. I was doing a consulting client. Sorry for the typos. I'm at the gym. In Bangkok, Thailand. What? You have no typos. You're doing good. And thank you so much for joining. Hopefully the session is going good for you. And thank you, man, you're multitasking. Pumping iron and doing this? Shoo. Thank you so much. So, when you're looking for the ask, you're going to go for, okay, you're saying it's this much? Okay. I'm looking for this. For example, I was on a call and someone's like, man, if I could pay you $500 million for you to come to my company, I would. I said, that's okay. That's okay. I'll settle for half of that. And he kind of laughed. I was slightly laughing, but I'm dead serious. If you're telling me that you need me this much, you're quantifying it and seeing if they're going to pay. Erica's saying, yes, they say it helps them with their summit. Okay, that might be a good thing. You're seeing if it's a necessity or if it's a nice thing. For example, they say, is it a painkiller to help them get through, or is it a vitamin? People will pay for painkillers more than they will for vitamins. In real life and, it's an illustration. But the reason why are they paying that? It's because you're giving them instant relief and they're seeing that it's vital for them to continue. So they're going to pay for it if you're giving them a painkiller more than a vitamin. For example, if you're giving them just a nice to have, list of speakers, they're willing to spend a little bit. They're not going to be, I'll give you an example. Let me go to get cyber leads. Hold on 1 second. This is coming with an upcoming AppSumo video I'm doing from Sales Rocks. Okay. So how much did you offer to do that service? Erica said, I find speakers to help build their summits. They help with sales, I'm told. Okay. So how much money? Or are you just doing this, giving them ideas, and you haven't put out a price yet? So I'll give you an example. Alex runs Cyber Leads. Find high-ticket clients for your agency. They give you more than 500 companies a month right to your inbox. And literally, it is it's a Airtable. It's an Airtable breakdown of different ones that just raise money and who you should approach as a marketing agency to make money. Okay, let's look at a version of this. Cyber Leads demo. Okay, so it's an Airtable base. Look, and it's company, website, may need to outsource this. So they're telling you why you should reach out to the person. They're telling the industry, the country, the city, the funding that they just got, when they got funding, revenue, how much money they made, the size of the company LinkedIn, who should you talk to, all of those things. Okay? So it's helping me be more purposeful to my outreach. They're guaranteeing me 500 companies per month, which is pretty good. So they're doing all of that work. How much are they charging? What do you think they're charging, Erica? Because they're just giving you need to know information, right? They're giving me company data, funding data, all this stuff. By the way, that's why I'm doing a whole video on this. You can do this with Sales Rocks, and you could do this with a niche industry and have your own micro SaaS or your own subscription business within 5 days and do the same exact thing that Cyber Leads is doing. Let me know how much you think this is. If anyone cares, the Lakers just won the title. Not surprising. I'm going to tell you. It's $50 a month. Cyber Leads is $50 a month or $300 a year. All they're doing is providing a curated spreadsheet per month. You see what I'm saying? Like, so... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing the whole video next. I think it's dropping tomorrow or Tuesday. But you could do this same exact business with Sales Rocks. You could do the same exact thing. You create a website just like this, and then in the background, you get all the information and put it in you put this in Airtable. You could have the same exact business in a niche market. So this is for marketing agencies. You might say, hey, I'm doing it for this type of marketing agencies that focuses on Instagram or influencers or e-commerce or whatever. Give them this. Erica says, more people show up weekly for this free mastermind than they do for my own monthly paid mastermind. More people show up. Erica, but you're saying free mastermind. Free mastermind. That means nothing unless you put a price to it. Ask your free mastermind. Yeah, $300 a year right there for him to just provide essentially a Google Sheet, but this is an Airtable, but you know what I'm saying essentially. So Erica, what I'm saying is, if you're doing that, that's okay that you're having a free mastermind. We're checking if you want 1,000 fans that will pay you, you have to first figure out if it's worth it to them. Okay, so you're saying speakers. You can do it a couple different ways. What if you just have a curated list of speakers just like Cyber Leads, and you're saying, hey, these are potential speakers. You get a list for it for $25 a month, $50 a month. Yeah, Janet. Nicholas, you did get it right. Dang. That was pretty good. So think about that, right? $50 a month, but it's exactly what they need. This company, they just broke $12,000 a month in just $12,000 in revenue. It's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. Yep, Janet, let me know. We can definitely do this. Definitely do it. So again, if you're going to do something like speakers, Erica, first ask if it's worth it to them and say, hey, I'm going to do a curated list of speakers that you can reach out to. This is the industry, all those things, $25, $50, whatever. You could do that. You could do that with Matchmaker and then just have a curated list. And before you do it, you have a page. You say, this is the potential. This is what I'm solving. Yes or no. Because think about, listen, if you don't do it, Erica, I'll do it. But that's just one area that you could be doing this. That's a business right there. I'm writing that down. No. Nicholas, I know she has a paid mastermind. But those people, check how many people are in that. I understand what you're saying. Erica, how many people you have in your paid mastermind versus how many people in your unpaid? And that paid membership, how many where are they? Are they in both groups? Because that tells the story. Sales Rock does not. It doesn't integrate with Find That Lead. It could be one or the other. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I definitely think he can charge more. I definitely agree on that one. Erica, if I don't hear from you in a second, I can tell Nicholas the numbers. I'm pretty sure, but I want to verify. So, how many do you have in your free one? How many do you have in your paid one? The one that's paying, is that person also in the free group? That's the question. Okay, I'm just putting it down right here. I'm going to say another potential businesses. Paid subscription businesses for leads for specific niches. Let me put this over here. Okay. It's a whole other thing. I might do another video on that. Okay. Let me put Sales Rocks. Cool. Let me know. Okay. Okay. Once you go for the ask, what you're going to do is you're going to ID 3 specific. Okay, cool. So this is the thing. Okay. 1 paid member, free in the 8 members. So those numbers, they're a good start, but the conversion rates. Okay. And could you answer one last thing, Erica? Is that paid member also part of the free membership? And if it's okay, why did the paid member, why were they there? I want to make sure that I don't just speak for you, but I want to make sure that we get all the numbers correctly to show using time and energy the right way. Okay, ID 3 groups. So what I'm doing is right here is after you're asking, you're IDing 3 groups that need your help. And we hit over 100 messages today in the stream, guys. Same person in both groups. Exactly. And that paid group is a different subject than the free group. They're doing it because, and I think you've already said this, but I want to make sure, because the reason we're talking about this is they're supporting you because you have such valuable information. They're already paying you because they want to support you. So that's not clearly showing that the skill or the value proposition that you want, or that they say that they want, translates that they're going to pay you for what you're offering or what you want to offer. Thank you all for helping and everyone answering all these messages and talking in the chat. This is all because of you guys. You guys run this whole live stream. So thank you. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, everyone. Okay, yeah. So I was just making sure, Erica, I didn't want to speak for you in chat and just making sure. But yeah, the person that's in the paid is in both because they're supporting because you do that. That's not showing a correlation that what you're offering of value is that something that you can scale or to be known by right now. Now, it's still good that you're already having people recognize that they want to pay you for your knowledge or something that you're doing. But what we're trying to identify is when you're trying to have these 1,000 true fans, you're trying to be able to categorize what people are looking for and what's the behavior pattern to make sure that you're finding the right people. Okay, he said he wanted to support me and find great speakers, okay? So have you delivered a productized service where you're getting him a set amount of speakers? Have you, so just like, let's go back to cyber leads, right? It says more than 500 companies that have raised money in your inbox every month. Have you distilled down what you could be offering as a productized service to see if other people in the paid group would want the same thing? And I'm pulling up something real quick. So, and the reason I'm bringing this up for a second is with the PR tour and what's going on here, and I'm not saying everyone has to do this, but this is how I track everything if it has purpose. So if you heard in the chat, who is that? Danny said that earlier. I track where people know me from. I track if they know me from AppSumo, if they know me from trends, if they know me in the no-code community. I'm looking at what bucket they're in. The paid mastermind should also be for the online events. Erica, let's distill down. What have you offered them and what was the offering? Because your paid mastermind is for a totally different demographic, though. All right, I'm going to do this real quick. Let's break this down. Okay. And I'll come back to you in 1 second, Erica. The reason we're talking about this is if I get the ask right here, and the ask is not what I'm looking for. Okay, we'll go perfect example. Erica, before I do this, do I have your consent? Can I talk about your case in general so we can expand upon it, or do you want me to do it more general? I don't have to. If you don't feel comfortable, I won't do it. I'll be more general. I don't have to. So just let me know, Erica. But what we're going to discuss in one moment is this is the delineation, and this is every single company, every single one, AppSumo, The Hustle, when they're doing all these things, they have this down to science, and that's how they're going to get the 1,000 true fans. So I'm going to be loading this up in a second. And I'm just telling you how I take the same exact model for them and how you can be doing the same exact thing to find a good match of what you need. Okay? Okay. I'm going to go general first. And if you give consent, I'll talk about your case. Okay. So I'm gonna talk about this. And we're gonna so Erica, and this is good that you're saying that. How many people have you point blank asked them that you will get them sponsorship, speakers, and attendees, and have you given them an exact amount how much you're looking to charge per month if you can deliver that? Point blank. Have you said you're looking for sponsorship, speakers, and attendees for your summit? You're having trouble reaching out to them, either trying to find the right sponsorship or how to negotiate a deal. I will do that for X amount. Are you offering to do that or give them the resources of the sponsorship, the right speakers, and all those things? So what is your deliverable to them, and how much have you tried to charge them? Okay, cool. I'll talk about yours. I'll go general here, and then I'm going to talk about yours exactly. Thanks. Thanks, Erica. Okay, so this is why it's really important with this. If I'm looking for the 1,000 true fans, I'm going to look at people that really, really care about me, and I can help them have a really, really, really deliverable, like something that's very concrete. So cyber leads, it's helping them get more potential business. If I'm looking for the hustle, you're getting insights in a very short amount of time, and they're curating what I'm going to be getting. Trends VC is going to be looking at founders discovering new markets and ideas. It's 50 hours of market research and 5-minute reports. The 5-minute report is then giving a preview of what that is. Now, the deliverable of what Trends VC is, they're giving you what's happening in the industry. They're saying, yes, do you like this? If you like this, what are you going to be getting along with this if you go paid? Let's go pro. $150 a year. What in the world? Trend Talks. Oh, he has a new, look at that, access to a one-on-one calls each week. He's charging $2,500 a year for that. One-on-one calls per week? That's a lot. That's a lot of work for him, I'm thinking. So right here, he's saying, do you like this? I'm going to give you double the amount. Trends Pro contains 2x the insights. It depends on what you're looking for. Depends on what you... I like their free version. Yeah. I like them a lot. It depends on what you're trying to do. I like both. I like the hustle and I like trends. Drew's really good. Again, but what I find is a lot of people get this and then they get distracted and they see all these opportunities and then it paralyzes them to take action. And that's why with my program, I'm always a component of theirs. I'm saying use theirs as ideas and then execute. And that's my business model. But I would sign up for the free one, see if you use all of it. I find that most people say it's overwhelming and most people don't read all of it. That's what I found. I think it's very well put together, but that's what I keep finding over and over again. So we go back to this real quick. Why does this matter? The ask. If we're going here and we're saying, I want you to sign up for this. The next step from the hustle is trends, but they're saying it's a deeper version of the hustle. So they're first seeing who raises their hand for the free thing. And then they're saying, yes, I understand what you're saying, but these are the deliverables of the paid thing. Do you want it? Yes or no? And for their audience, they have found a yes. They started with a hustle, then they went to trends.co, and with Trends they did a lifetime deal, then they did yearly. They found they found what the people were looking for, and they built out the exact deliverables. They have signals every single time, so it charts what's happening from Google Trends, what's happening in subreddit groups, and that's what they're having. Then you get access to a private community as a Facebook group, and that's all you're getting. And now they have an audio version that they're going to be doing. Where am I? I'm over here. So they have weekly lectures by people. Okay. And then they have a database so you can see what's going on with curated, what other companies are doing, how much they're making. And really, this is just a spreadsheet. And they're charging $300 a year. So we go back to the 1,000 True Fans. They had a free model for people to understand if they find the right connections. And then they're offering their exact product that they're offering or services is clearly identified by people in the community raising their hand that they are now willing to pay a premium for the exact features that they're looking for. They crafted the exact thing that they wanted based on the audience. Trends.vc is just giving you 2 times as much of the same exact product. And now he's charging, again, Trends Talks based on what his community is saying. Versus Trends.co is from hustle.co, the hustle.co, and they're offering different things based on what their audience is saying. Now, the reason I bring this up, Erica, and you've done this before, you were talking about this, I think you're very helpful and you've offered to help people with their summits and all these things. But like before, and this is tying into what happened before, people are undervaluing you or underappreciating you, and you're settling for a low amount of money compared to how much work you're doing, and you're accepting it. The other side is you're offering all of this free information, but you're never asking them, are you willing to pay for X? And now you're in a continuous motion of this momentum of doing things that is too low in price, and then you're running these masterminds and never validating the features and the price if you want to move models or move it into a subscription model. I don't mind you doing done-for-you services in running their Hey Summit events, but you're charging way too little, and when they counter and really paying you pennies on the dollar, you're accepting, and then you're running this weekly event where you're not asking them outrightly 3 things. You're saying, do you want to pay for information on speakers? Do you want information on how to get sponsorship, et cetera, or do you need me to do it for you? Yes or no? I need you to do X. Are they saying, how are you delineating that for them? Then are you saying, based on what they're asking, I am going to start charging X amount. Are you interested? Unless you're having that clear information, you're just spinning your wheels. Janet, to give you your answer, Trends.co, I definitely think it's worth it. I have an affiliate code if you would like to join that group or try them out for free. But either one, I have affiliate. But Trends.co has paid its way like 10 times because of that group. Trends.co, I can't tell you enough. That's our biggest lever for generation. Let me know if this makes sense. And the reason it's 1,000 True Fans is, if that's the case, Erica, you should be inviting people every single week from Hey Summit, the Slack group, to join the free mastermind where you're teaching them how to get the sponsorship or how to go for pitches for sponsorships, finding the right speakers. And you're doing that for free and then asking them, if you want a curated list of speakers, sponsorships, all those things, and it comes with templates for outreach to sponsorship, there you go. By the way, have you done it yourself? Definitely. Janet, are you in the free Facebook? Oh, no, not free. Are you in the Facebook group, or are you just seeing the reports right now? Let me know in the chat if this makes sense of why I'm saying it this way. Because you can always go with the top. You can always go from bottom top where you're trying to sell something free and see if it's worth it. But I really want you to distill down if it's worth your time and energy first before you put so much time. You've been doing this group for months, if not years, in Hey Summit. And they're just getting free information. You still got to choose or see if there's other things. Access my, let's see. Please check the path. What in the world? Yeah. Oh, you gotta be in the, yeah. Let me see about this. This it? Let me drop it in the chat. Yeah, I would ask the free group those questions. Why not? You're telling me that's why they're in the free group, right? They're there to find out all of this information, how they can have their, there we go. There we go, Janet. You're asking in the free group all of these things, right? They're there every week. Thank you, Janet. Right? So why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Because either you've got to change your value prop, Erica, or you're not sure if that's really hitting the heart of what's happening. Nicholas, good question, man. Let me drop my email in the chat. Contact me whenever. Thanks for being here, by the way. Okay, let me go down so this makes sense. Okay, so right here when we're going for the ask, the reason I'm going for the ask and you're asking your free group is I need to know out of that free group, why are they there? Are they there for speakers? Are they there for sponsorship? Are they there for sponsorships and getting sponsorships? How they pitch for sponsorships? What sponsors they should go after? What else did you say too? Attendees. How to get attendees, right? Now, the reason this might be 3 separate groups, and this is just an example, Erica. Someone might say, I'm there for all of them. But if you're saying, what would drive your business to get more money and to get more business, what do you need help with? Then they're going to give you the honest answer of one of the 3. If I had more speakers, if I had the best speakers, then I would be an authority in the industry and then I can sell. Don't worry, I can sell. I just need that. There might be some people who are saying, well, I just need sponsorship for this. Okay, what does sponsorship look like? How much sponsorship money do you need? What will that do to your business? Okay, so you need to ask those kind of questions. Attendees, they need more attendees. Okay. Then the JV route, how many JV partnerships have they looked at? Do they have other JV, joint venture partners that they could go for? I'll ask the Slack channel if they would like to join another free group and offer this service. No, throw them into the same group. Throw them into the same group, Erica. Don't even try to add more free groups. Have just one free group. One free group. Okay, so look at this, Erica. As you're doing this, right? Okay, so I'm once you get the 3 categories, then you know what the levers are. Okay, so I'm going to give you an exact example, and you see this is what's happening. You're experiencing it in real time. Okay? Okay. So what's going on? What's going on with Brand Factory, right? So Brand Factory is the company. What's the free thing that I do? I do build with me. Why do I do it? Because I love doing this anyway, and I love talking to people, and I love being helpful. Okay, what am I helping them with? Marketing, plus tech. Okay? Who is watching my live stream? People that have seen me from AppSumo. Janet, how did you find me? Is it AppSumo? It's usually AppSumo, trends.co, or no code. Conferences, whatever. Nick, how did you find me? Exactly right, Nick. Nicholas, that's exactly right. Look at this. So when you're talking about exactly what Nicholas was saying, you can ask the free group what else they would be interested in. Then you understand the different options. Okay, so what do we hear about this? Why do people usually talk to me? Tech integration, something like that. Marketing. Okay, cool. Yep, Janet. Okay. And Janet, where was it from? Was it the Facebook group, or did you watch a Facebook video and I was in it, or something like that? And marketing, live streaming. Live streaming. Live streaming, blah, 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 blah. And no code MVPs. Okay. Okay. The reason I'm saying this is I'm writing this out. You're having your brand, what you're going to be doing, the different offerings. I watched a YouTube video with you in it from AppSumo. Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Okay. So right there, right? So I'm understanding where it's happening from, right? And that's why I check who's talking to me, how do I know them, et cetera, et cetera. Once you have that, Erica, then you can say, okay, what are you looking for? Or what kind of content do people want, right? Once you have that, then you're seeing what do they need me for? And you can tier it out. Some will be free. Some will be affiliate. Some will be membership. Can be all of those things. For you, it could be for, number one, everyone can always make money off of affiliates. You just suggesting a product. For you, Erica, it might be a group, so a membership, or it might be a done with you, or a done for you service. We know that done for you service does exist and you have been paid, but it wasn't enough. So we already know at that point you do have that. The question is, you're trying to make $10,000 a month, at least. Okay? So what I'm trying to say is, if you're trying to hit those numbers, you have to have correlating services that will help you get to that section before you lose your mind. In Hey Summit, we've asked to start a mastermind and help each other. Our free group also loves AppSumo. Do you see what I'm saying? So you're already having a double dip. You're having a correlation, okay? Which is good. You're still having that. The next question is, if you're having the group done with you, done for you, what is the number you're going to throw out to get them to see if it's going to work for them? Oh, I did a demo? Nicholas, I did. Oh, wait. Nicholas, are you in the trends group? Oh, I did a demo on YouTube. I wonder what demo. I wonder, was it UI Bakery? I wonder what demo I did. Okay, so Erica, if you're trying to get the 10K right there, right? The membership, okay. Group, if you're getting them leads, how much do you want to charge? Do you want to start with $50 a month? Try it out, see what they say. Done with you. Now, this is something, keep in mind, Erica, you experienced it this week. For the done with you, for doing a conference or the workshop last Thursday, how much did you see that you could charge? For done with you, for the person that did all of the work, was $500. The person made you do all of the work and they paid you $500. Oh, thank you very much. That's you gotta test it and see what's going on. Because what we just saw this week was what people were charging or paying you for literally 10 times as much. Oh, well, thank you. Hopefully you're not going to fly off that bike or treadmill. Hopefully that's a good thing, Nicholas. That's making sure that it's the right value that equals what you're going to be doing. Hey Summit is charging around $10K for the done for you service. You're already seeing that for the day of event, that was already $500. So it's what do you want to deliver? What kind of level do you want to be with these people? And again, what do you like doing? You love doing groups. You organize these groups all the time. I don't see why you wouldn't start there. And also too, just to show, well, Brand Factory, how are you doing this? In stream, you actually see me doing this, right? So Janet, we've been talking, right? Before, I don't know how many recommendations I've had. Janet, how many affiliate codes I've dropped? But it's not salesy. It's just like, hey, this is what I'm suggesting. If someone likes it, there we go. If it's a good course, if people like it, let me know. I'll drop it in a link. It's just getting the conversation. When you say make 10K a month, is that growth or net? That's a really good question. I usually try to do 10K revenue gross. I try to net at least 8K. So every 10, I try to net 80% of it. But that's the way I do it because it's productized services. And I keep a really lean team. Before, it would be like, we would be charging. I think we would be doing like gross 20 something. But then we would have all of these other people. It was just so much. And so we're like, no. We're gonna look for 80%. We're looking at 80%. Yeah. So Janet, that's one of the examples. For some people, when you're doing a free product, but you understand what's going on, which I have copied to use when I'm ready to sign up for those things. Thank you so much, Janet. Yeah. So what I'm saying is the same thing when you're constructing something free or a group that brings value, you're already creating that tier system of how you can be having people. So if I'm in the group, Erica, and I'm saying, hey, I'm giving you all this free information. Hey, if you're interested, I have a curated newsletter. I have a curated subscription where you get 50 leads of all these speakers per month. Maybe that'd be interested, but it correlates with the exact thing that they're looking for. Or you're saying, hey, you're trying to run this thing and there's an extra tech tool that I use. Either it's on AppSumo. If you're interested, I have the AppSumo link, affiliate link, and you drop it there. And again, they're most likely they'll use it. Now, again, if they don't use it, it's not the end of the world. But again, it's just an extra layer right there. What I'm doing is I'm showing you with Build With Me how we exactly added features based on what people are saying. Okay, so, and if some of you have been watching it since the beginning of the show, when the very first show, it pretty much just said this and we didn't add anything else, right? But how was this added on? First, we added on the Build It community for 7 days trial so they can experience it. Also, a lot of people were asking us how to do tech stacking, so we added that to the page as well. Later on, what else did people want? People wanted the favorite tools. So then we had a whole page of affiliates of my favorite tools, but also not just trying to stack, tools for people to buy and for me to make affiliates or anything like that, but instead we were going to have this section right here, how to use the tech. My wife is making me take back the liquor. I drank some. Here's your bottle. Yes. What? Listen, look. I was wondering why you were here. You don't care about my stream. No, you don't. Anyway, right here is all of how I use the exact processes and the tools in my business. So how they can copy it, and they don't have to pay me at all, but they see how I automate my whole business. Then if people are saying, hey, they like that, that's pretty good, then I'm saying, well, the reason I sell this way is it's low pressure, and I think everyone should be live streaming. If you want to know more about live streaming, you should go on AppSumo, because I work with them. I'm a consultant of theirs. Or how does that work? Anyway, they're paying me to consult. But anyway, also one of my products is in the marketplace. So I'm saying, hey, if you're interested in live streaming, yep, it's right here. Where am I right here? And I'm like, hey, here's my course. It's on AppSumo. And a lot of the Sumolings know me from AppSumo anyway. I'm like, hey, if you want to know and you want to start selling like me, live streaming, maybe you'll consider getting this this course. Right? They already have an account most of the time if they're coming from AppSumo, right? And so now I can easily say, hey, here's a course. Once they're in the course, then I can reach out to them if they enjoy the course or something like that. Then they can either join the community again, or they can go for higher price courses, or they can get consulting, or they can be part of the group, all of those things. Really low pressured. Thank you, Janet. Did you finish the course? Let me know what you think about the course too. And that's how we're moving. See. In Hey Summit, they charge $50 a month to talk to the CEO 4 times a month. Maybe once a month, they have a speaker. Also, for $50, you get access to their video library. Okay. But what makes you different then? If they're doing that, and that shows the price point, I think $50 for you giving them curated content and stuff like that. That would be one thing. Erica, let me know. Invite me to your group if you want. I'll give you 7 days. Thank you so much, Janet. Yeah, let me know. But again, this is finding out what people want and then seeing if this is a good fit, things like that. And then I have a trigger because you haven't finished the course, you haven't seen it yet. But when you get a trigger, then I have it in Podia. I follow up on people that have finished. Then we go and I'm like, hey, have you executed? Have you done these things? What do you need help with? And then they move on from there. So you're meeting them where they're at based on how imperative it is for them to buy. And then also seeing if it's a good fit. Now, running the numbers, I already know that on average, I know my value when I do things in trends or anything to do with no code. The average amount that I'm charging per customer is $5,000 versus when it's AppSumo or it's Hey Summit, I know that it's around 142. So I know that I show up on AppSumo weekly and monthly. So I do my weekly show, live streaming. I do pretty much a video a week or so for AppSumo products. I do last call on AppSumo, okay? But I know for the most part, I'm going to get more people in the top of the funnel that are going to order less, just not as much, right? I know when I'm on trends or I do something there, at least once a month, I get 7 inquiries, and the average volume or the average amount per contract per month is $5,000. So now when I'm pulling the levers of where I'm spending time and everything, I know I'm going for increase in YouTube subscribers, increase for my overall audience, and I want to help, and I love AppSumo, and I buy all their products. I know that, but I know that to make the major lever changes to build the business, it has to be with trends or it has to be with building something with no code or branding or something like that. So right there, I know how to walk through and build my 1,000 true fans. Everyone that ends up on the list that signs up and they reply back to me, I send them a personalized video. Every single one. That that encourages other people to then talk about me more. All right, I think I'll be there on Friday. We're going to test this out. I'll be there this Friday. Let me write it down. Let them know we're going to be talking about those three things. We're going to be talking about getting more sponsorships. We're going to be talking about getting more attendees and how you get your ideal speakers. And we're going to record it to show exactly how to break this down. Okay, so we do all this. I know this was a long dissertation of why are we talking about this? Okay, so once we figure that out, then I try to mimic or make sure I'm in the same place over and over again. So with AppSumo, I already know in Hey Summit, I know that's an AppSumo product. The best-selling AppSumo products, I'll usually hang out or do something with them. That's how I ended up talking to Rob. And that's how I started doing articles and showing up at Hey Summit stuff. So I look for either a product I really enjoy with AppSumo because I talk about it anyway, or a really popular item or a popular app that I've done a video with, and then I do collaborations with them. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I look at their Slack group, their Facebook group, and then I look at similar verticals. For example, the trends.co, I know that I'm chill with them. We do really good. But what else can I do? Well, if I wanted to expand, I would then see other audiences that also hang out or correlate with Morning Brew because I know their audiences are very similar. So then I'm hanging out and they're seeing me over there. Most people, either they're doing something with Morning Brew, they've heard of The Hustle, or they're subscribing to both. So now I know my same target demographic that has a base of 5K is going to also be over here. And then I'm going to join their groups. I'm going to be in their subreddits. I'm going to be in their Facebook groups, what they're trying to accomplish. And it's very, very specific Facebook groups. Trends has an e-commerce Facebook group or a breakdown from there. There's that one version. Also, too, I'm going to be at the same conferences. Let me know if that makes sense. Let me move this down so you can see it. Okay. I'm going to show you my Slack group. Oh, where's what? Okay. So if you look at this, come on, can we? Okay. So if you're looking at all of these different groups, I'm in very specific groups in Slack groups because then I'm going to have very specific conversations. They all correlate with the same type of offering, but they're in different verticals. So I can capitalize and not spread myself too thin, but I can have the same kind of conversations, but I'm helping a different demographic. Yeah, Nicholas, let me know. Where's what? Can you not see my screen? I'm in the Copy Hackers group. I'm in the Everything Marketplace group. I'm in the 100 Days of No Code group. I'm in the Sports Business Classroom group, Hey Summit, Supernova, MakerPad, Process Kit. What's this other one? No Code Founders. And so when I'm in each section, I'm checking if this is a good fit and who are my best people that not just I'm trying to find more clients, but how can I connect with them? How can I benefit them and move on from there? So that's the criteria. If you're already starting with Hey Summit and you're saying people hang out there, where else are they? You already said the Facebook group, AppSumo. Okay. Before you move on, I would test out price before you scale out. And that's what we're going to do on Friday. This Friday, we're going to test it out. And every time you're doing this is the big thing. 1,000 true fans, you're making sure people connect with you, and you're growing one step at a time. Thanks, man. And so if you look at this is my calendar. This is exactly how you can see all of my PR tours, my JV, my weekly, my monthly, my quarterly, where I'm going. You can see my outlines of my benchmarks, what's happening here, email subscribers, where I need to show up, my test topics, my lenses of who should I talk to, either industry leaders. Oh, where is Erica's group? Yeah, Erica, where's your group? Where it's on the, Hey Summit Slack group? Or your group is on LinkedIn too, right? Drop the links, Erica. You got people asking for you. So then right here for my content creation, I have my lenses. Am I talking to industry leaders? Am I targeting to help them? I'm trying to help marketing agencies, entrepreneurs, ones that are trying to escape their current job and they're trying to build out a side hustle based on their skills that they possess right now. I have my test topics that I have over here. I have my top storylines to test over here. I have my top lead generations, my conversion points, where I make the most money. I have my products, what they're doing, and then I'm again reviewing this monthly to see what's changing, what's giving me the best return on investment. And then right here, I have my overall goals. So goal for 2020, switching Brand Factory Inc. to an educational platform. So we're slowing down on so many clients. We're doing groups, but we're cutting out one-on-one. We're moving towards more of group format to help people. And so it's a mixture of courses plus strategic consulting sessions. The overall narrative, creating an education platform designed for rethinking marketing and showcasing skills. So we have that whole thing. We have our signature product. We do all that. Yeah, that's a really good point. So how do you find the time for all this? It comes back down to deep work and just 90-minute blocks. Really, and that's why I'm always like, I got to charge a lot of money starting out with, because I want to make sure that I have enough energy to do all these other things. And it's a lot easier if I'm getting paid more money than less money. I know that seems so I know, Doc, that's easy. No, but I'm really about what's the premium that I can charge? So now I don't have to spend so much time with clients that I'm begging them to work with me versus ones that it's a no-brainer. We have a great relationship and then we can scale out and have all this. So the concept comes down to just building the fundamental systems at once, building the engines in the process, and then going from there. Yeah. Yeah. Can you even drop Slack links here? I don't even know, Erica. But yeah, it really comes down to the fundamentals. And it really, again, comes down to building that tribe, building what people are wanting, and testing. And that's why I love live streaming anyway. But really, live streaming has made it so much easier because I can test in real time. Okay, how do people say certain things? What are people looking for? What's going on? And I only focus on that next content the next time I go out. I don't have to spend time of what should I think about? What should I do? It's no. You know what I'm going to do on Friday? Erica's talking about her audience. I'm going to build out a page that looks like Get Cyber, whatever that was, and I'm going to pitch, and I'm going to get subscriptions off of that. That's my goal. And it's going to be recorded to show, and if it doesn't work, guess what? That's another test that says, okay, it's not what they're looking for. And if they say that's not what I'm looking for, Then you say, okay, what do you need help with? Exactly right. That's exactly right. Spread the good word. Give a call to action. That's what it is. So that's so what I say is, I mean, this is a lot. Over the last, if you look at the other live streams, like it took, we did 40 nights and we basically built out this whole system from scratch. So, it was 40 nights and I was streaming like, 2 to 3 hours, something like that. But honestly, that I stream only to what I'm building towards anything. Like I already was going to do finding 1,000 true fans. I'm like, okay, you want to talk about this now? Let's do it. And so now we have all this content. We already talked about what you need help with and finding 1,000 true fans. Guess what? Now the test that's going to be in the Hey Summit group on Friday, that's going to be part of the video. So of course, with Erica's consent, Erica, you're going to record the video. That's going to be part of the case study and more content to show people. And then I'm going to say, hey, if you want to build a subscription revenue stream for your business and have it to a niche audience, let me know, because there's a course or there's templates how to do it, and then send it from there. See, the problem with what you just asked, though, Eric, I'm going to wait until Nicholas responds. There's a reason why, and we were talking about your group, but I'm not going to say anything until he responds. And like just what we just saw, this has been a 3-hour stream, 3 hours, 6 minutes. And basically this will produce roughly 25 to 30 pieces of content easily. That then we can experiment and see what people are looking for. If you would like to join us, bam. All right, cool. By the way, I need you to send that to me on LinkedIn, please, Erica. So that's what I'm saying. So again, this is, let me know, Janet, Nicholas, Erica, does this make sense? The finding 1,000 true fans and looking through this? Oh, and just to show you, hold up. And this shows you the difference of what everyone tells you, like, hey, just do the generic stuff. I've always just done generic, all that stuff. Hold up one second. I'm going to show you conversion rates. Where is my open and click? Hold on one second. Premiering now. Treehouse. Oh, interesting. Hold on one second. Let's go to automations. And this has never happened to me. Okay, awesome. Where is my thing? Freebie, LTO. Build with me. Let's take a look at this. Where is the sequence? Take a look at this sequence. Which one is that? Who wrote that? Who wrote tribes? So the welcome email. These are my open. I don't have a problem showing people. Open rate. Average across the whole thing is 50%. 14% click. The opening email is a 71%, 14% click. 71 and 14. The reason I say that is it's getting what people want. Oh, yeah. Tell me more, Nicholas. I'm getting some things. I don't know what you mean. I believe, let's see. I've always, the excerpts from that, Janet, I believe I have Purple Cows. I have a couple of his. I'm not sure if I have Tribe, though. It's on my list, though. I do listen to a lot or watch his courses a lot, but I don't think I have that one. Need to have a path for your ideal client. Yeah, exactly right. Oh, yeah. Oh, I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Yeah, that's, yes. So we have a whole workflow on that for your idea customer, and you're creating that perfect product for them. Yes, that workflow is paramount. Definitely agree with you, man. Jenna, I do have to get that. I haven't read Tribe. A lot of people talk about it, but I don't think I've read it in full now that I think about it. I'm going to add it to my list, though. I'm going to add it right now. Let me do that before I forget. Hold on, let me just message so we can order that. Hold on one second. Let me just get that from Amazon right now. Oh, yeah. I agree. Definitely agree. Hold on. Let me just grab this book real quick as we're talking. Tribe. Seth Godin? No. Let's see about this. What am I doing wrong? Ah, there it is. I wonder if I have it. I might be able to get on Audible, too. But I need both, to tell you the truth. And people just give me all kinds of books to read. Please order this book. Tribes. Did I just say, what did I spell it wrong or something? Oh, I said tribe. Okay, cool. All right. Good times. All right. So that is right now. See, I think we went through that. Yeah, I might. I'm finishing up DaVinci on Audible right now. But I think I can get it next month. All right. Good times, everybody. Let's see. Am I missing anything? Hold on. Let me look at my list. Oh. Mm-hmm. Gotcha, Nick. Okay. Breakdown. Oh, I have to do breakdown on app reviews. Okay. Breakdown on app reviews. I've kind of talked about it, but let me put it on my list. And then also I got to send Sabrina finish AppSumo videos for next week. Okay. All right. Finish, edit, and release for AppSumo videos. And then I'll say, what is that, Tuesday through Friday? Lock that out. Deadline, put that for Tuesday. Urgent. Sabrina. Okay. Just done with that. All right, now, real quick, let me switch over. Plan expansion. Where's my YouTube thing? Where is YouTube? The last thing is I had to do the versus thing. Where is that thing? Finding, no, that's not it. Plan for expansion. Zero code. Live stream template. Ah, there we go. I had to just move it up. Email, huh? All right, let's look at this. All right, so videos to make sure that we get done. No code. Doric versus oh yeah, software here. Then we'll do Doric versus Notion. We're gonna do CRMs, SendFox versus ConvertKit. SendFox versus MailChimp. We're going to do Pori.io versus Glide Apps. We're going to do Nifty versus Squid Hub. Squid Hub versus Asana. Asana versus Jumple. Monday.com versus the new Google. What is that new Google? New Google product like Monday.com. Where is that new thing that just came out? Come on. Come on. They just did it. It was on Product Hunt. Hold on. I might do beginners. How to use Product Hunt for beginners. Isaac, what's going on, man? What are you up to? Let's see. Google. What did Google just release? Man, everyone's on tonight. What's good, man? Where is that thing? I'm looking for that new thing that Google just came out with. Tables, thank you. I think that looks right. Yep. For the win, Isaac. Totally forgot about them. Thank you. Could not remember that. Okay. So we got to do that. Google Tables versus Monday.com. That's the video that we'll do. Have you tried it out yet? What is the pricing on this, by the way? 100 rows? 100 tables. 1,000 rows. I mean, that's easy. 50 actions per table. Okay. They're doing the paid one is for $10, which really isn't that much anyway. Well, thanks for joining us, just waking up. That's really not that bad, though. Google just trying to take everybody's money. 5 views per table. 2 bots per table. Not bad. 1 form per table. 1 week change history. Not terrible. For $100? $100. Free dollars. $10 there. You don't trust them. What, for your data? I do that. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. Apps. Okay, let me move that over there. Okay, apps. We'll do Pori. What else we'll do? Well, oh, you mean because they're just... What are they killing? What products are they killing? Apps. What else should I do? Good Barber versus Buildfire. We're gonna do... We'll do Bubble versus maybe Adello. Something like that. Adalo. Let's see. We'll do Adalo versus Softer. We'll do Zapier versus IFTT. We'll do Zapier versus Integromat. We'll do Zapier versus PySync. Okay. Automations over here. Automations. Okay. I think that's good enough. Let's see. I think that's enough versus videos. N8. Define. What else do I have? What else did I want? Oh, I could have done Thunkable, I guess, right? Which one is that? Is that how you're spelling it? That's how you spell it? What's the full URL? Let me look it up. N-A-N. Oh, .io. I see what you're saying. I got you, man. I forgot about that. Okay, are we live again? Sorry about that, guys. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, we're back. Sorry about all that. Went out for a moment. Okay, so I don't know where I was, but I was just building things. This is all comparison videos. So if you have any more that anyone would like to add, but I think these are 16 already. I think I'm gonna do this. No, no, it just went out for a second, but we're back. So this is, let's see. Okay, cool. I think this is a good list. Let me know if anyone else too wants me to do other comparison videos or different ones that you're thinking about. Because I'll definitely add it to the list. Let's see. I think this is pretty good. Let's see, we added those. So what I'm trying to do is do a mixture of basically opportunities. So just like we talked about using tech and opportunity. So not just doing tech reviews, but doing an opportunity, doing that once a week, doing a versus video, and then either something with automation or processes. I think that's I think that's the formula that we're going to have. That's what's going to happen. So it's going to be a product review, probably versus or whatever. Then we're going to do an opportunity video, and then we're going to talk about workflow, automation, something like that. I think that's the flow we're going to do. Okay, so I think these are 16 videos already. If you can believe it, we've almost been streaming for 4 hours. It's about 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours. All of you guys have been wonderful. Everyone popping in, everyone staying. My goodness. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Janet, Erica, troopers. Nicholas at the gym, pumping iron. Everyone's doing great. Let's see, what else? I think it's been really eventful. It's been really eventful. I appreciate it. And this can only be done by all of you guys. So you let me know what you want to see more of. Before we wrap up, if you have any more questions, I can do anything. Anything like that. There'll be, again, I think I'm dropping 4 AppSumo videos this week. We'll have a stream with Doric on Wednesday night. There might be a double stream. It depends. But definitely Doric will be on. Yeah. Janet, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Isaac for waking up and being here. People all over the world doing this. I really do appreciate it. And on Sunday night, or Monday, or Monday for some of you. Hold on. Sorry, things are falling down. Yeah, it really has, man. It really has. Oh, is it? Oh, it's very nice. Well, enjoy the weekend. And yeah, everyone, for everyone just being here and supporting, I really do appreciate it. Again, we're going to be coming out with a lot of new content coming up. A lot of collaborations, a lot of stuff. At the end of the month, we're going to be doing something with special projects. So we're going to be talking about how you can create your own Netflix in like 30 minutes. They're a new company. They just got VC funded. So we'll be talking about how to do that kind of like with Uscreen. I really want the process walkthrough. I really like the process walkthrough. Thank you for that. No problem. No problem. No, it's anything you guys want, especially on Sundays or anything like that. We mainly have to have more structure because people show up on Wednesday, guest stars and everything. But if you want anything, let me know. I'm not sure if I'm doing last call this week with AppSumo. I got to see. I might be doing a webinar, but of course on the live stream with AppSumo, if you want me to go over anything on Wednesday, I think that's going to be last call. I'll be doing that. But yeah, walkthroughs, anything. I'll be working on the just like the routine you saw, the 90-minute routine, and doing all of those things. I'll do a breakdown, a physical breakdown of what we do with that with Brand Factory, and if people want to know or how we streamline. We have 5 different streams of revenue. How do we do that? How does that equal over 10K a month? Like how long did it take you? If people care, I'll do a breakdown video of that. And yeah, I think this is good. This is good. Yeah, I really do appreciate it. Again, if anyone needs anything, I'm going to drop my email in the chat. You can always just message me or whatever. I'll be around. There'll be another announcement. Oh, I totally forgot. One of the, with TubeBuddy and doing something, we had a video for one of our clients. He hit 1.3 million views on YouTube. It took 2 weeks. Now, keep in mind, we have been formulaically working with this one YouTuber for several years to get his videos to start popping, but now we're getting a lot of virality. Yeah, cool. So what I'll do is, I think we'll probably do that. Maybe we'll do that towards the end of the year to break down how we do the revenue, just so we have a full 12 months to show or something like that. But yeah, that will be a lot of fun. And yeah, so we're working with that YouTuber, and we bite that one. We might be managing an influencer coming up. So after now, he's trying to get signed. So now we're in negotiation with that. So again, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate all of you being here tonight. Janet, for sharing your bourbon over there with me, with my scotch. Everyone, Erica, always being a trooper. And again, Isaac, having a great day. Glad that you're here. And again, if you need anything, let me know. I'm always here for you. And again, I'm here to help you make some more money, get all this stuff. So again, everyone, have a wonderful night. Really do appreciate all of you and everyone's hard work. And I'm a message away. I'll see you either on Facebook or YouTube on Wednesday. And have a great night.